Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time. Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
Inside me blaze like a siren. Why would you try it? Wake up the beast, no I can't keep silent. I put my time in, now it's my time, your time is expiring. Blood, sweat and tears, I conquered my fears, I'm ready to fly now. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me.
Well, hello, and thank you so much for listening to WJHS 91.5 The Eagle. I am your play-by-play man, Sam Bechtold, alongside my color broadcast partner, Melanie Bechtold. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me tonight, Sam.
We've got a classic Columbia City versus Carroll battle today with the Eagles versus the Chargers. You know, JV team this year for the Eagles is undefeated. On a really great run. They've swept in Whitley County, and the Carroll's coming out with some strong wins as well. Do you think we can expect a JV battle there? Do you think it's going to be pretty one-sided?
I hope that it's a battle. I know that Carroll brings a lot of intensity. Anytime you have a Carroll athletic program, I think that you can expect them to be ready to play, whether that's on the hardwood, regardless of where that is. So I hope our boys are ready to play. I think they will be. What are they, 3-0 so far this year?
I believe 4-0.
4-0, and I know I haven't seen all of those games, but I've seen a couple, and they've been impressive. They look like they play team basketball, and I know that you know several of them. They're your friends. So what did they say about the matchup tonight?
They say they're excited. I talked to them a little bit last night about it. Said they've prepared. They had a huge gap after that at Canterbury win. They've had a lot of time to prepare for this. This is a Saturday matinee, and you know, any coach led by Simon Brown, though, for the Carroll Chargers is going to bring a certain type of intensity that can only be brought with great coaching and great players. And you see that teams know how to win, stay humble, and so far the 4-0 JV squad for your Columbia City Eagles has done just that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Also, we had a battle here in this gymnasium last night.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you and T-Bird were here for that when our Lady Eagles knocked off the Norwell Knights. That was a barn burner, and it was an absolutely packed gym as well.
That's
so
correct, yeah.
Hopefully we'll have a lot of people, again, watching this one tonight for our boys team.
We got just some change over a minute until this JV contest gets underway. And big thank you to Courtney at the station, who got us lifted off, and everybody here at WJHS beside me, right in the camera and the YouTube page.
I know that Coach Thompson currently has our underwriter page, so I'm going to be deficient in that. So should we say a couple of people who we know are underwriting until he gets here with those?
Jonathan's coming with them, but yes, a few underwriters. A big thank you to Flowtech P&H for giving us these microphones. You can visit them at Flowtech, capital P, and capital H.com. They've been serving locally in Columbus City for 30+ years for any of your heating and plumbing needs. As well as ProFed Credit Union's got a new location off of US 30. Brand new, and they've got over 37,000 plus ATMs and 12 banking locations that span across northeastern Indiana. So thank you very much to ProFed and Flowtech for your belief in the station. Just 10 seconds left before we get lineups underway, and we'll give those to you shortly as they're announced by, how long has Mr. Hoppy been doing the PA?
A long, long time.
Yeah.
I don't want to short him years, but I know he's been a part of the athletic program for many, many years.
Introducing the starters for the Carroll Chargers. Number 2, Austin Taylor.
Your starters for the Carroll Chargers. Number 2, Austin Taylor. Number 14, Derek Lanning. Number 20, Aiden Riedorf. Cameron Lentz, 33. And number 51, Caden Abs. Pardon me.
Number 3, Stratton Fuller.
Starters for your Columbus City Eagles. Number 3, Stratton Fuller.
Number 14, Aiden Denning.
Number 14, Aiden Denning.
Number 22,
Cam Hogue. Number 24, Kobe Crawford. And number 30, Braden Hartman. That's the starting lineup that the Columbus City Eagles have been used to seeing this entire year so far. That's been their starters, stayed healthy, and that's the 5th start that this entire lineup will get. Starting to build some chemistry, and you saw that in the pull-away win against Canterbury. They started to have that backcourt play that really leads this Eagles team, and the passing vision from the 1 and 2. As Cam Hogue will jump for the Eagles, and he'll be face-to-face with Grant Peters. Cam Hogue brings athleticism to the JV lineup as the tip goes Carroll away, and it is corralled by Aiden Rittdorf. Takes it top of the key, surveys to the right wing, back to the top, drives in, dishes it down inside for the bucket to Cameron Lentz. Great passing vision there by the Carroll Chargers. How the Eagles respond as Stratton Fuller gathers it and takes it past the midcourt stripe. Dishes it down, back out to Hartman. Hartman drives in, tries to create a shot, gets blocked as the Eagles will retain possession. That was a quick strike there by the Eagles.
It seems really quickly that this maybe is going to have a little up-tempo, fast-paced feel to it.
Yes, as it's easily inbounded. Just given to Kobe Crawford at the left elbow. Gives it back out to Hartman, and he drives in with ease.
What a great vision there by Hartman. Saw an open lane, took it, 2-2.
Yeah, you have to be able to stop anything inside with that change of possession, change of pace that this Eagles 3 and 4 seem to bring. As Carroll throws up an errant shot, gets us on rebound. That's Lentz. Lentz at the right elbow. Gives it down to Rietdorf for 3, misses. Rebound off of Kobe Crawford, and that's the retained possession there for the Carroll Chargers. That's something that the Eagles are going to have to limit if they want to come out with this win tonight.
Absolutely agree with that. It looks like Coach Philman was a little disappointed on maybe they missed a switch on defense, something, so we'll see if they can get that cleaned up as Carroll inbounds.
Surveys. Gives it out to Peters on the baseline. Drives to the elbow, nothing going. Picks up his dribble, puts up a jumper, no good. Physical rebound attempt, and another off of what seemed to be Lentz as the Eagles will get possession. Hogue will inbound, and Stratton Fuller will take it up. Fuller puts a move on his defender and gives it to Denning. Denning to Hogue at the top of the key. Hogue surveys, gives it to the right to Crawford. Crawford back to Fuller at the top. Drives to the free throw line, pulls up, and is fouled in the act of shooting, and that'll send him to the line.
The Columbia City bench really liked that foul call.
Yes. We say this time and time again, You can tell how disciplined a team is if they can drain the shots that they're given on the free throw line.
He was fouled pretty hard on that, I thought.
First, up and in. Now it's 3-2 Columbia City over Carroll with 5:36 left. Second on the way. That one is good, 2 for 2 from the line of Stratton Fuller. Now it's 4-2 as it's inbounded. Carroll gives it to number 28 in Rietdorf. Drives in, tries to match the tempo, no good. Rebound to Peters and puts it back in. It's 4-all. Fuller up court to Denning. Denning back to Fuller. Fuller back to Denning. Denning into Crawford on the left block. Back to Denning on the baseline. Denning drives in, drives out, kicks it out to Hogue for 3. No good. And the rebound goes to Stanger. Stanger pushes the tempo up to the top of the key. Inside to Peters. You're reaching there on Aiden Denning.
Looks like when Carroll gets the rebound, they look to push it up the floor quickly, try to catch Columbia City off guard.
Rebound into Peters over Fuller, mismatch, and that is in. That might have been a miscommunication there on offense, but that's at least a good 8-inch difference on that inbound. On the other side of the floor, it's Kobe Crawford on the left block, makes a move on his man.
I think they called him for a travel on that, Sam.
Yeah. Definitely telling you pick up that dribble. The referee is looking at those feet, making sure you don't take that extra step.
I think he was also surprised that the defender backed off a little bit, so he wasn't really sure what to do in that situation.
Now it's Lenning being heavily pressured by Denning at the half-court stripe. To the right wing. Gives it over to Rietdorf. Rietdorf back to Lentz. Lentz guarded by Hogue. Gives it to Rietdorf. Rietdorf goes cross, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Crawford. Crawford to Denning on the right wing. Picks his dribble up, gives it to Fuller on the top of the key, and he regains possession. To his left to Hartman. Hartman inside to Crawford again on the left block. Makes a move, and it gets the friendly roll. It's 6-6 all with 4:14 left in this JV contest.
Crawford with a really good drop step on that with that layup.
On the other side of the floor, it's Peters working on Crawford, and that was some sloppy defense there. They allowed that inside possession there. Fuller's got possession of it for the Eagles on the right side. Gives it to Denning on the right baseline. Denning goes around, pushes in, gives it to Hartman on the 3-point line, and it's no good. Quickly rebounded by Stanger. Stanger pushes the tempo, gives it to Lanning, and that's an easy 2. The Eagles have to get back on defense after a turnover.
It was a textbook fast break by Carroll. It was well executed.
Fuller's got it, gives it the top of the key to Hogue. Hogue to the left baseline, has Hartman. Hogue heavily pressured in the corner, gives it to Fuller, flashing from the top left elbow. Now Hartman's got it at the top of the key. Settles, gives it to Hogue, puts up a 3, in and out. Rebounded once again by Stanger. Stanger kind of pushed that tempo again. Puts a move on Hartman, gives it out left to Lanning for the 3, and that's good.
3 by Derek Lanning.
Really quickly, Carroll's gone on a run here. They're up 13-6 on Columbia City. We'll see what they do in the half court.
Fuller has the ball for the Eagles, puts a move on his man, beats him. They're going to call a quick foul on Stanger for the reach in there.
Looks right now like in our half-court set, the Eagles are standing around a little bit looking for the pass rather than looking to go out to meet the pass or maybe move a little bit off ball.
Yeah, normally they're really great, especially with the guard play and anticipating where the pass is going to be, but we haven't seen that so far tonight. As Hogue inbounds it to Fuller. Fuller being heavily pressured by Truesdale. Fuller now being guarded by Stenner. Stenner gives it to Hartman. Hartman's got it. Check that was from Fuller. Hartman looks for a pass to Denning, and it is tipped out. Eagles will retain possession. Eagles have to keep the passes clean tonight if they want to come out with a win against the disciplined Chargers team. Hogan bounces to Denning. Denning's at the top of the key. Gives it to his right to Hartman. Hartman's got an open look. In and out, no good. Crawford tries to put a tip in, and that is also no good, and Carroll retained possession. And we've seen a cold shooting night from Brady Hartman so far.
I was just going to say that. Normally when I'm listening to you on the radio, you call Hartman the sharpshooter, and I agree. He just hasn't hit that tonight. He will. He'll warm up.
Yeah. Carroll on the other side. That's Stanger. Stanger to the right to Peters. Peters, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Hogue, and Hogue looks to push the tempo. Gives it across half court, loses the dribble. Ball on the floor. Carroll's got possession, and that's Lanning for the layup. That's an and one as he gets it to go. It's 15-6 Carroll with 2:12 left in the first, and that sends Lanning to the line.
That was quite a turn of events there. Hoag's driving it up, right? Just like that, he gets his pocket picked. He tries to get a tie-up, can't do it. Carroll goes on the other end with a quick score, and the three-point play, possibly the old-fashioned way. The Eagles need to look at the scoreboard right now and just maybe calm down a little bit. Be careful, they're in jeopardy of going down 10 here early.
Sets, fires, makes the layup. Now they are down 10. It's 16-6 Carroll as Fuller's got possession, just crosses half court. Being heavily pressured once again by Truesdale. Gives it to the right, gives it to Ash, who checked in. Ash now gives it to Hoag at the top of the key. Hoag to the right to Crossan on the three-point line on the right wing. Looks, surveys, nothing. Gives it back to Fuller. Fuller all the way across the baseline to Hoag. Hoag down to Crossan on left block, takes it out to the three-point line. Crossan now gives it to Ash on that corner. Picks up his dribble on the left wing, gives it back to Hartman on that left block. Dribbles in, drives in, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. I'll put Hartman on the line for two.
I think that was a great job by Brady Hartman there to be aggressive, look for his shot. I think he needs to do that more tonight.
Sets, fires. First one is in. The first points, I believe, for his box score tonight.
Yes.
Now 7-16. Eagles are trailing.
With 1:42 left to go in the first quarter.
The fires 2 for 2 from the line. The Eagles are only down 8 now. Carroll with the inbound to Lanning. Lanning being pressured by Ash at the half-court stripe. Lets him get across. He's now on the volleyball line at mid-court. He's at the Truesdale on the right wing. Drives in on Hartman. Nothing there, and Crossan comes up with a rebound and gives it to Fuller. And you can see the Eagles are definitely trying to get some points on the board here on this offensive possession as Fuller puts a spin cycle on his man and gets a friendly roll. Now it's 10-16.
Did a nice job of going up-tempo there.
Yes, with 1:12 left. Lang puts a move on Ash, kicks it back out to Uten. Uten to Stanger. Stanger inside to Peters. Peters back out to Truesdale. Ball at top with Lanning. Lanning drives in. I believe they're going to call that on the floor on Cam Hoag. Lanning looks around. Gives it to Peters. Peters gives it back to the inbound man, Lanning. Now Lanning gives it to Stanger. Stanger drives in, throws up an errant shot, no good. Rebounded by Crossan. Crossan to Fuller. Fuller pushes it up once again. Stutters, gives it to Ash. Ash gives it back to Fuller on that left corner. Gives it to Crossan on the block. Crossan gives it to Hoag at the top of the key. Hoag drives right. Picks up his dribble, puts up a shot, and is fouled.
He went in on 3 Carroll defenders there. It wasn't a bad shot. It was a good shot. He squared up. He was able to go to the free throw line for 2.
You can see that he really likes to, once Cam Hoag kicks up that dribble, he's going to use all of his momentum. He's going to go up with it.
Absolutely.
Hoag fires, and that's good.
With 35.9 seconds in the first quarter, Sam, at one time I believe we were down 16-6 to Carroll. But now if Cam Hoag makes this free throw, we'll only be down 4.
And he misses it. Now they're down 5. It's 16-11 Carroll lead with 30 seconds left. It's Rietdorf. Rietdorf drives to his left, gives it back out to Hall. Hall drives in on Ash, and they call it a charge. Yeah, he definitely got his feet down there. If that's in college, they call that a charge because he's under the basket, but
that's true. The Eagle bench likes the call. I also liked the call. I thought it was good. I thought he was set.
Yep. Now what can Fuller do on this offensive possession that might be the Eagles' last in this first quarter? There's 20 seconds left. Eagles trailing by 5. Fuller being heavily pressured by Truesdale again. Tries to put a move on him. There's nothing going. 12 seconds left. At the top of the key, goes to his left. Being heavily pressured still by Truesdale. And an errant pass by Fuller as it's knocked away by the Chargers, but the Eagles will retain possession as Hoag will look to inbound with 4.3 seconds left.
Fuller with some great ball handling on that possession.
Hoag looks to Hartman in the corner, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound in, the up and in by Sammy Ash. Great basketball awareness there and IQ to understand that, hey, we still have time left. If that ball's in the air, I can put it back in.
It was well placed. He jumped, perfect timing, got the rebound. I don't think he put it up in the air. I think he hit the floor and then went back up.
Will that on the box score goes an assist for Brady Hartman, or is it a missed shot?
I don't know. That's a great question. Does it go as an assist or a missed shot? Either way.
This is where we would normally give the underwriters, But since we are missing those, big thank you to Move Over Ice Cream Shop. They offer more than 10 different flavors of dairy-free, nut-free ice cream, and they are looking to add and spice up your dessert options. Please visit them across from Ball Furniture on Van Buren Street. And you can also listen to WJHS on Facebook or on YouTube, just like the on-air broadcast. Just visit our YouTube page, and please give us a like and a follow on Facebook.
Well, Sam, after the first quarter, we're down by 3, 16-13. Is it about what you expected?
Yeah, we talked about this pregame that any Simon and Brown-led Carroll Chargers team is going to come out hot, and they put up 16, which is, I think, the most that the Eagles have allowed in the first quarter all year. You know, it's all about how you respond, and I believe that's what Coach Philman is telling his guys in the huddle right now. You got 3 more quarters of basketball left. You're only down 3. You know what their strengths are. You know what you know the guards are going to be heavily pressured as the Carroll Chargers leave in Truesdale. You know, how are you going to respond? How are you going to face the first adversity that you've seen all year, besides that Warsaw game?
I agree. Start of the second quarter, looks like Zach Biles checked in.
And Fuller goes right to Zach Bile on the left wing, gives it to Ash in the corner. Ash in the corner, turns it over, gives it right to Rietdorf. Rietdorf pushes the tempo, coast to coast, gives it to Peters on the right block, heavily pressured by Ash. They're going to say he got more than ball.
No, I think they called it a jump ball or a block.
They did call it a jump, wow. So the inbound is to Peters. Peters kicks it out to Truesdale. Truesdale to Fleming. Fleming back to Truesdale on the right wing. Now he has it at the top. Looks around, gives it to the left wing to Hall. Hall back to Truesdale at the top. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Fleming on the right wing. Fleming picks it up, gives it to the block to Peters. Peters looks around. Is going to go heavily pressured by Ash, and you can definitely tell he wanted that possession to go the Eagles' way, but it's going to retain possession with Carroll.
Great hustle by Sammy Ash on that baseline. Great defense. Not using his hands, moved his feet.
Who's Fleming going to go to on the inbound? Looks, gives it to Peters on a mini alley-oop, and you just can't ask how to cross the guard a guy who's in the paint that's about 2 inches, got 2 inches on him, and that was just a mismatch there as the Eagles go down the court, and Stratton gives it to Ash on the right wing, and he gets fouled by Fleming.
That was well executed by Carroll on that inbounds.
Zach Ball gives it to Fuller on the inbound. Fuller at the volleyball line, moves to his right. Gives it back to Zach Ball on the left wing. Zach picks up his dribble. Gives it, it's an errant pass. Peters has it for Carroll. Gives it to Rietdorf. Rietdorf has it at the top of the key, being guarded by Fuller. Moves to his right. Gives it to Truesdale. Truesdale to his left. Now to his right. Drives in and gets the and one. And this gym is falling quiet here.
It has fallen quiet, I agree. One thing that Carroll is doing very well right now is they are executing, they're finding the open man, and they're not hesitating to take the shot.
Yeah.
Looks like on Columbia City's end a little bit, Columbia City looks like they're a little hesitant, looking to make an extra pass, which I understand. You're looking to create an open shot. Right now, Carroll is executing a little better on offense.
As Carroll inbounds Rietdorf. Rietdorf drives in, goes to the rim, no good. It'll be Eagles possession. It's a great defensive stand there by the Eagles. And we'll see Fuller will be taking it up for the Eagles here, as he always does.
See if they can carry that momentum now on the offensive side.
Fuller takes his time, just crosses half court. Hartman gives him a screen, drives in, no good. Physical rebound attempt for Crossan, but alas, Carroll comes up with it, and that's Peters. Gives it to Rietdorf. Rietdorf to his right, gives it to Taylor in the corner, gives it back out to Hall. Hall to top, gets tipped by Hartman. Hogue comes up with it, and that's a turnover for the Chargers as Fuller has it at the top of the key. Fuller drives into his left and doesn't get the friendly roll, but Crossan kicks it out, and the ball on the scorer's table knocks over the possession arrow. Carroll's got it.
I'm not keeping track, but if I were, I think 3 possessions in a row, Columbia City has missed a fairly wide open layup.
Yeah, and that's, that speed at the guard position can bring a lot of good, but also can bring a lot of bad. It's a lot of off-balanced shots that could go in, and when they do, it's great, and that's allowed the Eagles to beat teams like Warsaw, but when you miss those, it allows your opponents to get in the game. As Carroll with a quick strike, and that's number 33, Cameron Lentz. Fuller, quick pass to Ash on the left wing, gives it to Cross on the baseline. Crossan being trapped, gives it to Hogue at the top of the key. Hogue drives in, picks up his dribble, goes up, and he gets fouled in the act of shooting, and I'll send Cam Hogue to the line for 2.
Cam Hogue did a nice job of creating a shot there. And with 4:42 left in the second quarter, Columbia City 13, Carroll 20. Have a couple of substitutions, it looks like, coming in, Sam.
I think Aiden Denning and Kobe Crawford will come in. I believe Crawford will come in for Crossan. Hogue fires, and it's good. It's only 14-20. I said Crawford will come in for Crossan, and Denning will come in for Ash.
Thanks to the amazing Cole Stafford, by the way, at the station. I now have some underwriters to read.
Big shout out to Cole. As Cam fires his second, Cam Hogue fires his second layup, and that's his second free throw, and that's good. Now it's only a 5-point deficit. As True still has it in the left wing. Gives it to Rietdorf. Rietdorf to Peters at the free throw line. Gives it top of the key to Taylor. Taylor drives in, tries to put a move, no good. And the Eagles come around with a wily rebound, and Stripes are going to call it a jump ball, but the Eagles have the arrow.
Columbia City only down by 5, 15-20 with 4:20 play. Let's see if they can cut it to either 3 or even 2 with a 3 here.
Three-pointer would be nice, but that's a wily pass by Denning. As Fuller tries to as Cam Hogue tries to get back on defense, but that's no good, and that's the last thing the Eagles needed. As Denning now has it, running point guard. Denning to Fuller. Fuller at the right wing, surveys, jabs, picks up his dribble, gives it to Crawford on the left block, spins, gets it back out to Fuller at the top of the key. Fuller jabs, gets to his left to Denning. Denning to Hogue on the left baseline. Hogue moves to his right, puts a spin on him, man, and that is good. Textbook spin cycle there by Cam Hogue as he gets a 2 on the board for the Eagles.
That might have been the best offensive possession of the evening for the Eagles so far, Sam.
Now Lentz has got it up top, drives into his left. It's going to be a foul on the floor. I call that on Cam Hogue. That physicality that brings on the offensive end, he surely does bring to the defensive end, and that reflects on the scoreboard and points and on fouls.
I agree, 100%. He's invested both sides of the floor.
Taylor inbounds it to a wide open Lentz, and he nails that mid-range jumper. Miscommunication there by the Eagles. Fuller takes it to the right, gives it to Denning. Right wing, kicks it back out to Hogue at the top of the key. Hogue drives in, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Crawford. Crawford puts it up, and he's fouled in the act of shooting. Now also send Crawford to the line for 2, and he's been so solid on the free throw line.
That was a fantastic offensive rebound by Crawford. He didn't give up on the play. He was even boxed out. He moved to the right around the box out, was able to get that rebound. Now he's at the line.
Let's see if he can continue this hot streak that he's on. From the line, sets, fires, ooh, and he misses the first one. As Ash will come in for Cam Hogue.
Isn't it kind of like when we're watching football on Sundays and the announcer says he has never missed from this distance?
The announcer kiss of death. Fires the second one, and that one's good. Now it's only 24-18 as Columbia City trails by 6. There's 3 minutes left. Crawford guarding Rietdorf heavily. Now it's Lentz has it, gives it down to Peters inside, and that's picked away by Crawford. Crawford trying to go coast to coast. And in the act of shooting that coast-to-coast layup, he gets fouled. And I'll also send him back to the free throw line, and if he drills these, that huge deficit that they were facing could be cut to 4.
Columbia City has not given up in this first half. They've had every opportunity to just cash it in and go down by 10 or 12 points, and they haven't. They've stuck in there. They're resilient.
First one is good.
Definitely want to see that type of grit from your JV team.
I'm going to see a substitution here as Peters goes out in replacement for Lake Uten. Second free throw for Crawford is good. Now it's that 4-point deficit that they're facing. It's 20-24. Carroll leads with just some changeover, 3 minutes left. Diedorf has it. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor being heavily pressured by Denning and Fuller. Gives it to Uten. Uten back to Taylor. Taylor to Stenger, and Stenger collects his thoughts and the ball at the volleyball line at the top of the key, being guarded by Hartman. Moves to his left. Picks up a dribble, gives it to a right to Rietdorf. Rietdorf looks around, moves to his left. Gives it to Taylor on the left wing. Taylor inside to Lentz. Lentz puts up the layup, and it's good. Now it's 26-20. Carroll leads. It's 2:30 left.
Even though they scored on that play, Sam, that defense was stingy in that possession.
Fuller finds a wide open Hartman on the right baseline, and that's good. It's the first three-pointer we've seen fall for Brady Hartman, and that's the spark that the Eagles needed. As now only down 3, 26-23 to the Carroll Chargers, and we have some underwriters for us.
Yes, we do. We have WJHS Play-by-Play is brought to you in part by ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcreditunion.org.
Big thank you to ProFed, and they do have that new location on US 30 like we were talking about. Get some shout outs from the varsity lineup over there from Andrew Hedrick. And we'll be interested to see how the Eagles respond here, if they can get a defensive stand going. Philman calls that timeout. What do you think Philman's telling his guys right now? What are you going to do on the defensive end to, stifle this high-flying Chargers offense?
I think the defense has kept them in the game, and I think that defense is going to even give them a lead at some point in this quarter. Those last 2 defensive possessions, they've been stingy, they've moved to their feet, they haven't been handsy, and they've communicated well. And off the screens that Carroll is providing, they're switching very effectively.
And the real question is, will Brady Hartman, the sharpshooter, be able to heat up as Rietdorf takes it for the Chargers as the guard, being guarded by Fuller, moves to his right, gives it to Utdorf. Utdorf to Stinger to the left to Taylor to the left corner to Rietdorf. Rietdorf drives in with his right hand, puts up a shot, that's no good, gets his own rebound, picks up his dribble, gives it to Taylor for 3 on the right corner, and that's good. So the last thing the Eagles needed was to get up a 3.
That offensive rebound was a killer for the Eagles right there.
Hartman inbounds it to Fuller. Fuller moves to his left across the midcourt stripe. Now at the top of the key, being guarded by Taylor. Moves to his left, puts up a shot, and that's good. That was a great mid-range jumper there by the Eagles. The minute 30 left, down 4. Lentz has it at the left wing for the Chargers, gives it to Taylor. Taylor drives in. All right, calling for a travel.
Definitely picked up his dribble, took an extra step. I was not sure if the referees were going to call it or not, but they did.
You see Sam Eberle sub in for Aiden Denning.
With 1:28 left in the half, Columbia City 25, Carroll 29. Columbia City with the basketball.
What can the Eagles do on this offensive possession to get some points on the board? Fuller moves to his left on the left wing, now at the top of the key. Still moves to his right on the right wing. To Hartman at the top of the key, pulls out from the left elbow, and that's good for Brady Hartman. Now the Eagles only down 2, 29-27 with a minute 09 left.
Brady Hartman heating up.
As Rietdorf jukes and jives, loose ball. And the loose ball goes the Eagles' way. And so there's a miscommunication there by Lentz and Uten. And the Eagles down 2 with just some change over a minute left. Can maybe get a lead here. Eberle has it. Moves to his right, gives it to Ash in the corner. Ash back out to Eberle on the volleyball line. Eberle moves to his left. I call that a foul on Taylor as he's bringing too much pressure there on the three-point line on the defensive end.
And if the scoreboard is correct, Sam, that's 10 fouls on Carroll. That puts Columbia City in the double bonus for the last 54.5 seconds of the half.
So normally with the bonus, I mean, there's pressure to make this first one. And that's, there's pressure to make both of them to still tie the game. The first one gets a friendly roll for the home team. So now they're only down 1 with 54 seconds left. As Uten will come out and Truesdale will come in for him, for the Chargers. Eberle's second shot rattles in. It's 29 all. As Stinger takes it on the right side of the volleyball line. Now gives it to Lentz at the top of the key. Lentz to the left to Lanning. Lanning to the right and the top of the key to Stinger. Stinger back to Lentz. Gives it inside to Lentz. Lentz on the left block. Puts a move on Crawford and it's in.
That was a very well executed drop step by Lentz on that layup.
Well, the Eagles keep this ball for 30 seconds. As it's on the ground, it's going to be... They give the arrow as a jump ball call, and the Chargers have the arrow. As Hartman lost the handle there.
Looks like the Carroll coach is calling a timeout with just under 30 seconds to go. So I can tell you that tonight's game feed is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at buildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. Broadcast is also brought to you by Bart's Car Store, a selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Heating and Plumbing, serving locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. WJHS and this sports broadcast is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water, online at culligancolumbiacity.com.
Big thank you and shout out to Courtney at the studio for getting us underway. And you know, how are the Eagles? Eagles down 2. It's 31-29 Carroll with just under 30 seconds left before halftime. And if you're a coach right now, what are you saying to if you're the Carroll head coach and if you're Coach Philman?
If I'm the Carroll head coach, I'm stressing that we need to make this a possession that lasts for 29.4 seconds. We get a high percentage shot, we can go into the locker room up 4 because we were up one time at 10. And if I'm Columbia City, I'm Coach Philman. I'm excited and I'm encouraging. I'm saying, guys, let's get a stop here, and we'll see what happens going into half.
The last thing you want, though, is a dumb pass that leads to a turnover. As Stenger has the top of the key, being guarded by Fuller. Now gives it to Truesdale. Truesdale at the top of the key. Looks to his man, gives it to his right to Riedolf. Riedolf to number 14, Lanning. Lanning misses the jumper, and that's no good. Kobe looks to push the tempo. Kobe Crawford looks to push the tempo to Sammy Ash. Sammy Ash misses the layup. There'll be a half-court heave, and that's no good as Riedorf was just off the mark, and the Eagles are going to the locker room down to 31-29.
That half-court heave was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Well, sometimes, you know, in practice, a lot of basketball players will practice that shot as it's been popularized. I mean, anything behind the volleyball line, you're not going to get guarded unless they're playing a press.
That's true. Well, they shouldn't be guarded,
well,
I would say.
With the way that the basketball is moving, the paint is going to, the paint of 50 years ago is going to become the three-point line.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Sam, I did not do the best job of keeping stats as I thought I would. I lost a little bit of momentum, but I can tell you what I have stat-wise until we have Wyatt or whoever maybe a stat person is for this evening. Okay. Well, on the Carroll side of the ledger, I have Austin Taylor for 2, Kristen Senger for 3, Derek Truesdale for 3, Derek Lanning for 3, Aiden Riedorf for 3, Cameron Lentz with 6, and Grant Peters for 6. And Cameron Lentz and Grant Peters are the big men, kind of that 1-2 punch underneath. So I'm sure that those statistics do not equal 31 points at half, and I know Carroll is up 31-29 on Columbia City at halftime. I am confident in saying that Lentz and Peters combined definitely have carried Carroll in this first half. For Columbia City, I have Stratton Fuller for 6 points, Sammy Ash with a pair, Caden Kaufman with a pair, Sam Eberly 2 points on 2 for 2 of free throws, Cam Hogue for 3 points, Kobe Crawford 4 points, all on free throws. I think he was 4 of 5 from the line, if I am not mistaken. And then Brady Hartman, it looks like he has 3, 4, 6, 8 points. And again, I'm not positive that equals 29. If anybody has their calculator right now in the listening audience, they'll probably agree that it's not. But I will say, Brady Hartman with a slow start in the first quarter.
Yeah, what plagued the Eagles offense is he had a lot of open looks, he just couldn't convert. Was he 1 for 4 from the three-point line?
I'm not sure exactly what he was at first, but he had open looks and he just wasn't knocking them down. But then he started to find his rhythm, right? Second quarter, he looked a little more comfortable, and I think that Carroll might have it, and you may have a different perspective on this, but it seemed that Carroll was convinced that Hartman wasn't going to make a three-pointer. So they backed off a little bit, and then that's when he started to heat up.
I don't know why you would. That indicates I don't know if he's going to stay cold all night, but you have to look at, you know, what he's done all season and the tape and the film that the Carroll Chargers have watched on the JV end, and understood that he's a real threat.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he brings that intensity on both sides of the ball, and he runs the court so well.
Now for the 17th grade team, coached by
So at one
Jessica
time,
Bailey.
Columbia City was down 16-6. And it did not look like Columbia City was going to be in the ball game that much longer.
That's correct.
What exactly do you attribute was the spark that got the Eagles going, and now they're only down 2 at halftime, 31-29?
That spark is being able to convert those wide open jumpers on the three-point line. But more importantly, it was them not allowing so many offensive rebounds to the Carroll Chargers. Boxing out and getting those defensive rebounds really helped, you know, snuff out that fire that the Carroll Chargers seem to have.
Derek Barnhart.
Would you like to give us some updates on
Gavin Smith.
Mm-hmm.
the other sports that are happening in the winter season?
Absolutely. Today, the swim team had an invitational at Wawasee. I don't yet have results from that. I tried to find that before we went on air this morning and could not, or this afternoon rather, could not, but hopefully we'll be able to get some results on that soon. Boys wrestling today was at Leo for a triple duel. Girls wrestling traveled to Lebanon today for, I believe, an invitational. And so hopefully all those teams did well. Boy, the wrestling teams, both the boys and the girls, have had a good season so far this year. They're stacked. They've got a lot of good participants in all of those weight classes. It's good to see the girls wrestling program prolific and building. I know Coach Culp and Coach Strauss really working hard on both programs in that regard. Of course, the swim team is off to a good start. And also we have the FFA. No, it's not a sports team, but definitely a competition team to be sure. It seems like the FFA is busy doing multiple things most all the time. So I was able to find that the FFA traveled to Purdue for the state entomology competition today. So hopefully they were able to fare well. I know that Coach Campbell and Coach Firthmiller, they run an amazing program. It's not only a state recognized program, but also a national and even an internationally recognized program. So that's a fantastic program that we have at the high school. FFA fruit sales. I know that people who ordered fruit, those deliveries will begin soon. I know that the Bechtold household's looking for some FFA delivery here before long. Both the parliamentary procedure teams advanced to the section contest. And there's a lot of really great events that are happening in our school. We've not only academics and athletics, but just across the board. We've got band and we've got choir. Be remiss to say again, right, last night the Lady Eagles faced a very tough Norwell team. I saw on the news last night, Sam, and you can correct me if I'm remembering incorrectly, but Norwell came in to our gym last night ranked 6th in 3A.
That's correct, yeah, and they only had one loss on the ledger.
And they left with 2 losses, and I think I can say this on the radio, an absolute beatdown.
It was, yeah, somebody that was here in this atmosphere and helped call the game. I mean, right from the tip, it was a neck-and-neck game. It was scoreless for the first minute and a half, but then the spark that the Eagles always seem to find for the Lady Eagles every game just kicked into gear. And the Knights, I mean, it was just an absolute obliteration.
I know that Coach Shear was very excited, pleased with her girls, right? She's been with our program now. Well, first as a player. I mean, you can't go into Pizza Hut without seeing Coach Shear's picture.
Correct.
I believe it's been a while in pandemic times since I've been inside of Pizza Hut. But last time I was there, Coach Shear's picture was prominently displayed by the cash register. So not only as a player, but now as a coach, just continues to build such a solid program. I know the girls, they work hard, they play as a team. They really do believe and invest in team basketball. So we expect nothing but good things from them as they continue. I know their mantra is just 1-0, right? Every game, just 1-0. Improving and growing.
And I think a lot of people outside of the area of northeastern Indiana thought, and they were watching the polls, thought that game was going to be neck and neck and it was going to come down the wire. And it did come down the wire for the first minute and a half until the Lady Eagles found their stride. And that's going to be hard for the guys team to match the atmosphere that was had at here, I was held roughly 12 hours ago.
when I was listening on the radio, you could hear the electricity coming through the speakers. I know that you were here in person. I elected to listen rather than be in the gym last night, but I know you said the atmosphere was electric. It was a packed house.
You could just feel it, yeah.
The student section starting to fill in right now a little bit, right? And between the JV and the varsity contest, it looks like tonight for the student section is it preppy night?
I think it's fraternity night.
If I had to guess.
Khakis on, you got the button down with the backwards hat.
Minus the backwards hat, Sam, that was my 90s look.
They could call it 90s day, they could call it 90s day minus, they call it fraternity minus hat, and that'd be 90s day.
You know, when we have the dress-up days at the high school, and inevitably we have the decades days, right? So 70s, 80s, 90s. I do feel a little bit aged now when all of the kids ask me what they should wear for 80s and 90s day because I lived through it. I've become that person.
Yeah.
Right, we have just over a minute left to go before we start the third quarter. Carroll is up on the Columbia City Eagles 31-29 before we get started. And the teams are leaving the floor, headed back to the benches. Let me go ahead and give you some more underwriters. Again, we thank them for sponsoring WJHS, the radio station, the students, the athletes. We have WJHS Play-by-Play brought to you in part by ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations. In Columbia City, their new location next to Walmart at profedcu.org. Tonight's game is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. And tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Heating and Plumbing, serving locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpandh.com.
As the buzzer sounds, and the Eagles and the Chargers will meet at the hardwood. Like you said, Chargers have a 2-point lead here. But we saw the Chargers are going to have to, if they play the same type of physical basketball they were playing, they're going to have to face some foul trouble. I mean, you let a team in a double bonus, you've got to think down the stretch they're going to have to go deep in the bench to avoid fouling out. As Fuller has it at top of the key, goes left, picks up his dribble, gets Hartman on the end around. Hartman drives to his offhand right, goes in between Kobe Crawford's legs, and Carroll gets it. That's Lanning pushing the tempo, Lanning to the left to Stanger. Stanger drives into the right. Gets picked off by Brady Hartman, and he corrals it. Missed pass, and he rattles in for the Carroll Chargers, and that's Lentz, and he read that all the way.
Hartman just didn't see that Carroll defender sitting on his hip.
Denning for the Eagles. Denning picks up his dribble, dishes it to Hartman on the left baseline. Hartman to Crawford on the block. Crawford puts his body on the man and gets it to go. That's something that, especially, you know, the bigs for the JV Eagles, Crossan and Crawford. Crawford brings that physicality, while Crawford brings that finesse ability. As number 10 for the Chargers, Draylon Truesdale just drives in and breaks that man that the Eagles have been playing.
The Eagles parted the sea for him to go in for a wide open layup.
Hogue on the other end, drives to his left, picks up his dribble, he's in trouble. Give it to Aiden Denning on the top of the key. Denning puts up a mid-range J, and that falls. The Eagles say, whatever you can do, I can do better. As now they're only down 2. On the other end, that's a fast bucket by Christian Stanger.
I feel like the tempo has picked up quite a bit out of halftime.
Carroll 37, Columbia City 33 with 5:30 left. Fuller on the right elbow, picks up his dribble, in trouble. Gives it to Hogue on the baseline. Hogue moves to the left, gives it to Crawford on the block. Crawford puts that same move on his man and gets the friendly roll. Now the Eagles only down 2 as Truesdale drives in, throws up a floater, no good. Rebound by Denning. Denning pushes the court, gives it to Hogue. Hogue rattles in that layup. Now it's tied 37-all with 5:07 left, and Carroll's got to take a timeout to stop the tempo that the Eagles just manifested there.
Boy, out of halftime, I'm not sure if both coaches decided that they were going to push it and press it, but it has been fast-paced up and down the court.
It's been a completely different watching experience. I mean, you talk about, you know, full speed ahead. It's been that for both offensive identities, and which I'd give some more underwriters.
Absolutely. WJHS, the sports broadcast, is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. You know, Sam, watching both of those coaches in the timeout, Coach Philman looked pleased, and the coach for Carroll did not look pleased.
No. You come out of halftime, and we're getting close to 2 minutes being gone in this third quarter. You can't at halftime be like, okay, we are going to come out here and we're going to blow the lead that we have, and we're going to let the Eagles back into this, and it's going to be all tied.
Yep, 5:06 to go in the third quarter, tied at 37-37, Carroll, Columbia City.
Truesdale running the one for the Chargers, takes it to the right baseline, gives it to the right wing to Lentz. Lentz back to Truesdale. Truesdale drives to his left, gives it to Lentz for the J, and that's no good. Physical rebound attempt for Crawford, and the Eagles will get the call from the stripes. That's Eagles possession.
I was a little bit surprised that they did not call Carroll for an over the back on that.
Hogue into Fuller. Fuller will take his time, crossing the half-court stripe. Gets it across, being heavily pressured by Rietdorf. Rietdorf lets him drive to his left. Gives it to Hartman on the left baseline. Gets picked away. They're going to say White touched it last, and that is Chargers possession. Inbounded by Lentz to Truesdale. Truesdale to Stanger. Stanger gives it to Truesdale at the top of the key. That's no good. Rattles around, scuffle for the ball, and Crawford comes down with it. Crawford missed pass to Denning, gets picked off. Taylor pulls up, that's no good. Eagles finally get possession of that after a wild Chargers offensive possession.
That was a helter-skelter sequence.
And Denning tries to convert, and he does. That's the Eagles' first lead of the night, as the Eagles are leading 39-37 with 4:05 left. That's a deep three for Riedendorf, and that's no good. And that'll hit the line, and the Eagles will get possession. And what can the Eagles do to pull away here and try to make this a two-possession game?
The momentum has definitely shifted a little bit. I think they need to be patient in the offense, maybe screen a little bit. Maybe Hartman can come around and get an open jumper, but the guards have done well.
Fuller tries to float one, that's no good. And the rebound goes to Lanning. Lanning cross court to Truesdale, misses the layup. And they're gonna get Truesdale for a foul there.
Charger foul, number 10.
I think that was partially blocked by Cam Hogue. He went way up in the air to get a piece of that.
He's got a few pounds on Truesdale too. That's the inbound to Fuller. Fuller converses with Hogue. Fuller on the right side of the volleyball line. Jabs into the mid and back out to the right. Gives it to Denning. Denning floats one from the mid, from the right elbow, pardon me, and that goes in. Now it's 41-37, Eagles two-possession lead. As Stanger goes to the right, gives it to the left elbow, all the way to the baseline. Lentz, he loads up for a three, and that's no good. And the rebound goes to Cam Hogue.
Momentum has shifted,
Fuller.
Sam.
Fuller to Hartman. Hartman drives, floats one, that's no good. Rebound goes to Stanger. Stanger trying to push that tempo that the Chargers have. Gives it to Lanning for the three, that's no good. Rebound goes to Crawford, it's a physical board. Gives it to Fuller. Fuller on the left side, just crosses half court, takes his time, takes a breath. Fuller puts a crossover on Rietdorf. Rietdorf stays with him fairly well. Gives it to Hogue. Hogue to Hartman. Hartman drives to his left-hand dominant side. Gets the friendly roll, and that's in. That's 40-37 Eagles. Eagles on a bit of a run here. Now, Truesdale has it in the right corner for the Chargers. Gives it to Lanning. Lanning inside to Lentz. Lentz back out to Truesdale. Truesdale to Lanning. Lanning to the left corner to Diesdorf. Diesdorf drives in to the left elbow, picks up his dribble, gives it back to Truesdale. Truesdale on the left baseline, gives it inside to Lance, and he airballs that layup. And that's rebounded by Hartman. Hartman gives it to Fuller, and Fuller's got it on the right side. Fuller moves to the mid-court stripe to the top of the key, spins in. Great move, doesn't get the friendly roll, and that's Chargers rebound by Stanger. Now Stanger on the other side puts a Euro step on his man, doesn't get the roll, and that's rebounded by Hogue. Aiden Denning has it now, being heavily pressured by Lanning. And Coach Philman with a smart time out there just to, you have possession. Nothing's been going for both sides of the ball, for both offensive identities, for either the Eagles or the Chargers. I mean, but let's talk about the run that the Eagles are on.
Well, last time out, I think it was tied at 37.
Yes.
Right? So now with 1:52 left to play in the third quarter, Columbia City has opened up a 6-point lead for the 43-37. Sam, what do you attribute that to?
I attribute it to solid defense and making some quote-unquote circus shots, but I think they're high percentage shot for these Eagles. And my broadcast partner last night, Andrew Thompson, was talking about the dying art of the mid-range jumper, and we've seen that work in the Eagles' favor because normally we see in these, especially these JV contests where they're being mentored and trained to be varsity athletes one day, that they're either going to expect the drive in or the kick out. But when you can stop all of your momentum and leap into the air and get that uncontested shot, that's something that a lot of JV lineups don't attribute to an offensive identity.
I agree with that, and they have been strong. When I say they, I mean Columbia City. Columbia City has been strong on a couple of their open shots, 3 or 4 feet jumpers that have been. I think they've been surprised that they've been open.
Yeah.
They've come off a screen, they've turned around, they've been wide open, and they haven't gone down.
Maybe the Carroll Chargers will come out in a different defense because this man defense has been shredded in this third quarter.
Yeah, Coach Philman definitely made some fantastic modifications at halftime. Has a squad up 6.
To the inbound to Fuller. Fuller now being heavily pressured by Stanger. Stanger doesn't want to get across the half-court line. He does. Fuller to his right. Gives it to Denning on the right wing. Denning pulls up a 3. That's no good. Back iron. Rebound by Hogue. Hogue goes up and gets smothered. And that's in the act of shooting as he was up in the air, and that's going to be 2 shots for Cam Hogue on the line.
Fantastic offensive rebound by Cam Hogue.
Yeah. That's fires. First one falls. Now it's 44-37 Eagles with 1:38 left in the third quarter. Cam Hogue looking to make this a 8-point game, and he doesn't. Rebound to Lanning for the Chargers. Gives it to Truesdale. Truesdale at the top of the key. Gonna take his time. Goes to his right. Finds an open lane, and that's too easy. Inbound to Denning on the right wing. Denning gives it to Hogue at the top of the key. Hogue looks around, jabs to his left. Looks for a cutting Fuller. Nothing's there. He gives it to Denning back at the top of the key. Denning puts some man on the spin, and they get him for that third step. You know, that spin can be a really volatile move, except for when you use that third step to spin.
He was aggressive on the play, though. I'm not sure if Coach Feldman would be all that disappointed.
Yeah. Stanger has it, gives it to Taylor inside. Taylor gives it right to Denning. And Denning gives it to Hartman. Hartman all by himself. Nobody guarding him. Fuller, nobody has him in the baseline, and that gets tipped. They're going to say that Fuller on the attempt to recover his air ball. Foot was on the line. That's going to be Carroll possession as it looks to be Uden inbounding to Taylor.
50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Carroll 39, Columbia City 44.
Taylor gives it to Uden on the right wing. Back to Taylor at the top of the key. Now to Stanger at the left wing. Now Truesdale's got it. Truesdale to Uden. Uden loads up a 3. That's no good. Looked to be an air ball there. 38 seconds left. Eagles have to get an offensive possession here to go their way and get some points.
Do you think the Eagles will try for one shot to close out the quarter?
I don't think they will. I think they have too much time to do that, and I think that it's a better opportunity to find an open shot than a pass. And one of those passes might be anticipated by the Carroll Chargers, and that's going to lead to an easy 2 for the blue. As Denning has it at the top by the logo. Gives it to his left to Hartman. Hartman being heavily pressured by Truesdale. Moves to his right at the top. Picks up his dribble. Back to Denning on the left wing. Moves to the logo. On the logo. Being heavily pressured by Lanning. Lanning gets called for the foul there. As he was playing some very physical defense there on Aiden Denning. Like to be isolation there.
And Denning was starting that offensive possession almost at the half court.
As the Eagles look to milk this 9 seconds. Give it into Fuller. Now there's 6 seconds left. Fuller moves to his left. Makes a Euro step. Gets smothered by Taylor. Truesdale's got it with 1 second left. Puts up a layup. And it gets the friendly roll. That's 44-41. If that basketball count. And it will. It's 44-41. Eagles up by 3. Going into the fourth quarter. It's the last thing the Eagles wanted. I mean, you have possession for those last 38 seconds. Missed pass, miscommunication, and then the Chargers, any Coach Simon Brown-led team, I've said this pregame, and we were going to continue to say it, that they're going to convert off turnovers, and that was the most inopportune time for the Eagles to slip up.
And when I asked you if the Eagles would try to hold for the last 38.2, you said you thought they would try to get a high percentage shot. You were exactly right. And then you followed that up by saying the worst thing that could happen was that the Blue would get a turnover and get an easy possession right at the end of the quarter, which would turn into points. I will say that that layup was anything but easy. That was a very physically
heavily contested layup.
I wondered if they would call a foul. They did not, but I thought that there was an opportunity to call one if they wanted to.
The stripes on that play out was...
Yeah, they both went to the deck as the quarter ended. Sam, let me go ahead and give us a couple more underwriters here before we start quarter 4. Tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Heating and Plumbing, serving locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. The WJHS Sports broadcast is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales of and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water, online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. So Sam, we start quarter 4. 7 minutes to go, 44-41. Columbia City with a 3-point advantage.
Truesdale has it for the Chargers. Puts Fuller on skates, misses that 3-point attempt, and Fuller's got the rebound at the Chargers free throw line and gathers his thoughts as he's going to take it across the midcourt stripe. As on the left side of the volleyball line, being heavily pressured by Stinger. Stanger forces an errant pass to look to be going to Hartman, and that's going to be Chargers possession as Truesdale will inbound. Just kidding. Check that. That'll be Raysdorf into Truesdale.
I like the just kidding.
The old JK. Truesdale has it on the left wing. Truesdale being guarded by Fuller. Truesdale to Lanning. Lanning to Diesdorf inside the paint. I'm going to call that a foul on the floor on Braden Hartman. I like the physicality there, though, in the paint by the 4 spot.
I agree. I think Coach Feldman potentially out of the timeout as we go into quarter 4 just said we got to drill down, guys. Now's the time. Inbound
to Peters for the Chargers, gives it to Truesdale. Truesdale into the left corner to Lanning. Lanning into Peters. Peters back out to Lanning for the 3-point shot. That's no good. Tips it back into Peters. Peters gets the and one over Kobe Crawford on that right block, and that was just another inopportune time for the Eagles to slip up.
I was just going to say that's an unfortunate turn of events. I believe he shot an air ball on the 3-pointer. Carroll gets a tip, tips it right to the block, and now the
Peters
game is tied.
Converts 44-44 all. That's 6:06 left.
Seems like another momentum swing is potentially at bay here, or happening. We'll see if the Eagles can keep it at bay.
Fuller has it, gives it to his left, to Hartman on the left wing. Now Denning has it at the top of the key, back to Hartman. Hartman loads up a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound by Hogue, gets the offensive board, and that's smothered by Peters. Peters to Lanning. Lanning to Truesdale, gets that same layup, and that's an and one. That same layup that he hit just before the end of the third quarter. He gets the fall with 5:45 left. Carroll 46, Columbia City 44, and this could be trouble if the Eagles don't clean up these back-to-back sloppy offensive possessions.
I feel like we just experienced deja vu.
Truesdale makes it a 47-44 point lead for the Carroll Chargers. Coach Feldman wanted a lane violation there, didn't get it. Now Denning has on the right wing. Denning gets it to Fuller. Fuller being guarded by Truesdale. Fuller to top the key to Hartman. Hartman to Denning on the right wing. Denning loads up a 3. No good. Gonna get it to Carroll. And Carroll defense here is switch with it. This is no longer a man. I believe it's they're playing a pretty decent trap zone here.
Yes, I agree. They've changed the defensive schematic to be sure, and Columbia City hasn't responded. I don't think like Coach Feldman would hope at this point.
You can definitely tell that any Coach Brown team is gonna put a nail in the coffin any chance that they can, and they're definitely trying to right now. As Fleming has it, gives it to Stanger. Stanger gives it to the free throw line to Peters. Peters gives it to Diesdorf on the right wing. Dribbles around, looks for Peters, doesn't see it, gets it to Truesdale at the top of the key, being guarded by Fuller. Truesdale gives it to his right to Diesdorf, being guarded by Crawford on the 3-point line. Diesdorf in Truesdale, and he has made all of his money tonight, driving in on that right block from the top of the key.
Yeah. Columbia City right now needs to calm down, remember their offensive set.
And that's an errant pass by Brady Hartman. That's Truesdale again, and he doesn't get the friendly roll on the layup. but it's rebounded by Carroll as it's tipped to Carroll by Fuller. Wow.
I think that's what we need to say right now is wow. I'm not sure what else we can say.
44-49. Columbia City trails by 5. There's 4:28 left in this fourth quarter.
And I believe that Mr. Reed just updated the scoreboard because I think the score now is 51-44.
No, it is 51-44.
In favor of the Carroll Chargers. So, Sam, the last 90 seconds have
killed all the momentum that the Eagles have had.
100% agree. And you're obviously watching the same game I am. You can give me a different reflection if you think that I'm out of line. It looks like the Eagles are flat on both sides of the court right now.
Yeah, nothing's going on offense. And they seem to be in lackadaisical and lazy, the 2 L's on the offensive side, and they're just getting back on defense. And I mean, the guards need to play better on the 3-point line in the top of the key, not allowing Truesdale to drive in and use his right-hand dominance to get an easy 2 points off that layup. I mean, we see that normally works for the Eagles with Stratton Fuller changing his speed and pace, but that's been what the Carroll Chargers have been able to rely on, and that's their guard play, being able to change their speed and drive into the paint.
Now, pre-game, you were astute to mention that the JV Eagles are 4-0, and I think this is the biggest test that they have faced so far. So with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the game, down by 7, we'll see how they respond.
One of your best offensive plays has to be drawn up here, especially coming out of a timeout. Fuller's got it at the top of the key. Fuller to Hartman on the left side, gets batted around. Ball on the floor, Crawford's got it, corrals it, gives it to Denning on the right wing. Denning picks up his dribble, gives it to Fuller on the top of the key. Fuller moves to his left, being guarded by Fleming. Fuller takes a few more steps to his left, tips it to Hogue on the left elbow. Hogue to Hartman on the left baseline. Hogue to Fuller on the top of the key. Fuller all the way across to Hartman on the left corner. That's a good 3-point shot. Only down 4, 51-47. Carroll's got the lead, and Fleming goes coast to coast there on the inbound, and that's what we've talked about. The guards have to be able to get back on defense and contest those shots, as Carroll now has got 2 shots.
Though I will say, if there was ever an opportune time for Brady Hartman to knock down a 3 on the baseline, the time was right then.
First shot for Derek Lanning is good. We see a substitution here, Ashton for Hogue. Definitely bringing in a more shooter-esque lineup here as he brings in some shooting ability. Second shot for Derek Lanning. That's good. There's going to be a timeout called by Coach Simon Brown for the Chargers.
With 3:44 left to go in the game, Carroll 53, Columbia City 47. We'd like to thank ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations. In Columbia City, right next to Walmart, its new location at profedcu.org. Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. This broadcast is brought to you by Bart's Car Store's selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Heating and Plumbing, serving locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. So Sam, once again, 3:44 left to go in the boys JV contest tonight. Boys 47, Carroll Chargers 53. What do you expect in the last 3 minutes and 44 seconds?
Down 6. If they come down here and make a 3, you gotta match that with a 2. You gotta match that with a 3. If they make a 2-pointer, you have to be looking for a 3-point shooter in Hartman or Denning to get something going. As Fuller now has it on the left wing for the Eagles. Gets a screen away, wide open Hartman, and that's an air ball. They're gonna call out a foul on Kobe Crawford as he tried to get that rebound.
That was definitely the shot that they wanted.
That's what they drew up. You could tell it was a screen, 2 screen-aways to allow for a wide open Brady Hartman on that left corner, and just couldn't get anything to fall. And that's been the mantra for the Columbia City Eagles right now. I mean, nothing's falling. Chargers have it. That's Deerdorf. Gives it to Truesdale. Truesdale into Peters. all the way across the baseline to Fleming, puts up the shot. That's no good. Rebound by the guard, Truesdale, still being tipped around. They're going to call that an over the back on Peters.
Peters has been very active in the paint all night long with those rebounds. I'm surprised that honestly that was the first over the back they've called on him this evening.
After that missed shot by Hartman, it doesn't lead to any points for the Carroll Chargers as Fuller has it. Gives it to Ash on the left wing, goes all the way across, goes wing to wing to Denning. Now baseline to Hartman. Hartman gives it to the block, gives it onto the block to Ash. Back out to Hartman on the left wing, to the left elbow. Now to the block is Crawford. Crawford, they're going to call him for a travel on that spin move he likes to do.
If they hadn't called him for a travel, I thought they were going to call him for dropping his shoulder in a charge.
Carroll looking to pull away here with 2:40 left, still up by 6, and Fuller looks to make a play as Carroll seems to get out of that trouble. Gets a wide open Truesdale on the right wing, and he nails that. And now the Chargers are up 9, 56-47 with 2:23 left for the Eagles. Eagles have to get something on this offensive possession. Fuller picks up his dribble, gives it to Denning on the right wing near the volleyball line. Gives it to the right corner to Ash. Ash goes in between the legs, gives it back to his left to Denning. Denning looks for a foul. Snatched out of the air by Fuller. Fuller cross to the other baseline. Ash floats up a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Peters. Peters to Lentz. Lentz goes up the court. There's 2 minutes left in this JV contest. Peters to Riedorf. Slows it down.
I feel like with 150 left in the game, Columbia City. Oh, and who just made that layup, Sam?
That was Grant Peters there. He's had a great night. And now the Carroll Chargers are up 11 as Fuller has it. Drives to his right into the paint. Gives it to Hartman back on the left wing, gives inside to Crawford. Crawford back out to Hartman. Hartman swings it across the top ski to Denning. Denning to the right to Ash. Ash to his right to Fuller on the baseline. Fuller across to the right wing, and he gets smothered on that shot attempt. Aiden Denning does by Truesdale. Truesdale throws it to the wide receiver out there, Stratton Fuller. Stratton Fuller tries to go coast to coast and gets fouled on the floor. Now you could see that.
Stratton Fuller legitimately made a wide receiver play.
He even caught it like a wide receiver and everything. Yeah. You can almost imagine he was trying to do the toe drag swag there, but there was no turf. This is hardwood.
But I was going to say before Peters made that last layup, as this game all of a sudden feels out of hand for Columbia City with just a minute 14 to go, down by 11.
Coach Philman draws up his best inbound play, which is a fake alley-oop to Fuller, who kicks it back out to Hartman, and he misses the three-point shot. And a loose ball, and now will retain Eagles in possession. Eagles need to get an open shot for Hartman, and he does. Hartman gets smothered on that shot again.
I think it was partially deflected.
It was smothered. I mean, you don't see him. I mean, he's had a very cold night tonight.
Yeah, it's been an uncharacteristically cold night for Brady Hartman.
Yeah, on those back-to-back inbound plays. They don't look to anybody else on that lineup. They look directly to Brady Hartman to step up and make that shot as Eagles are down 11 with a minute 07 left in this fourth quarter.
Looks like Cam Hogue is going to substitute in.
Will the Eagles foul here? There's a minute left as Peters puts a real step on his man. No good. Rebound by Rietdorf. Rietdorf looking to be heavily pressured by Denning. Gives it cross to Lentz. Lentz to Truesdale. Truesdale back out to Lentz. Lentz inside to Rietdorf. Rietdorf goes up and under, and that's a great shot as the Chargers now have a 13-point lead with 35 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Denning loses the handle. That's Truesdale. Goes with the opposite hand that's not as dominant as left, and that's a 15-point lead for the Chargers with 25 seconds left. Now Fuller has it at the volleyball line, and that was a lackadaisical pass as Lentz has it and is now fouled by, I believe that's going to be by Aiden Denning with 16 seconds left. That puts Carroll in the bonus, and what made free throw here puts a nail in the coffin as the Carroll Chargers look to walk away with this one.
I think the coffin might already be nailed, and I can't express
this. We could get Reggie Miller in here.
Well, that's true. That's true. Reggie or Larry Bird back in the day. And I'm not sure that we can adequately express, unless you were in the gym tonight, how quickly that game got out of hand. I'm not even sure how it happened, and we watched it.
And how fast does Jim Philquiet Lentz misses his free throw and gets his own rebound off of that missed free throw. And they call a blocking foul on Sammy Ash as he looked to take a charge there. And that's going to be 2 more free throws. Actually, 1 more. Check that as he's in the, Carroll is just in the bonus.
Yeah, nobody put a body on him.
No, and that's just been what has happened to the Eagles all day. I mean, that's, if you could just eclipse what has happened to the Eagles all day into one play, that's it. You're down by 15 with 16 seconds left. Misses a rebound. You have 4-on-1 down there, and he still gets his rebound. I mean, that's just, it's been uninspired basketball for the Eagles tonight.
It has been that kind of night. And it's not that the Eagles haven't played fundamentally. Just a lot of the open shots that characteristically have fallen for them have not fallen. Has not been a good field goal percentage evening for the JV.
Second free throw falls, now 63-47 Carroll, as it's another wild pass corralled by Hogue. Hogue to Ash. Ash chucks up a 3, back iron, no good. They're gonna give it, and that's the end of the game as they want that ball, stay with the Eagles, but alas, Carroll gives the Eagles their first loss. Carroll 63, Columbia City 47, and wow, we talk about the Eagles got some momentum, got something going early, but I mean that game got out of hand really fast.
I wish that I had written it down as I was trying to take much better stats this time than in the first half. That at one time, I believe Columbia City only trailed Concordia by 3. It was 44-41.
And check that. I believe that's the Columbia City JV Eagles' second loss. But
We'll have to go back and look at that.
Yes, I will check this right now.
But overall, let's talk about quickly, I guess, what can Columbia City take from this game that went well? Do you think there's anything at all that they can build on?
The ability to create an offensive spark, but I mean that's got to be it. I mean, you can't. There's not a lot of good that comes from you have the game tied 37 all at one point, and then you allow Carroll to put 26 points on the board. And they pull away with a 63-47 victory as the varsity teams come out.
No, you're right on that. If at one time we know that Columbia City and Carroll were tied at 37 all, and I'm not sure at what point in the third quarter that was, but I know at some point in the third quarter, Columbia City and Carroll were knotted at 37. From that point, Carroll outscored Columbia City for the rest of the ball game 26-10. And it was an onslaught. It was an onslaught on the offensive end. It was an onslaught on the defensive end. Carroll was relentless defensively. They did not allow Columbia City to get any offensive rebounds.
That's correct, yeah.
And on the other side of the floor, Carroll's big guys just took it to us, and offensive rebound after offensive rebound. So many easy second chance points, so many easy second chance layups, especially. With a well-coached and disciplined team across the board, whether it's Carroll or whoever it is. I don't think that you're going to be able to position yourself well to win a lot of games if you're not able to get them one and done down there on the offensive end.
Check that. Sorry, this was the first Eagles loss since they won the first contest against Whitco, second one against the Warsaw Tigers, third one against the Canterbury Cadets, Cavaliers.
Cavaliers,
pardon
I
me.
think.
Fourth one against the Busco Eagles in this fifth contest. I think that moved them to 4-1 on the season, but yeah.
And still a fantastic record. And they're doing very well. Like I said, I haven't seen all of the games in person as you have. I've seen a couple online, right? Thanks to WJHS and the streaming that Mr. Glaza and everybody who's fantastic back at the station can put on for the community. And I mean, speaking as a community member, first and foremost, I know that I'm moonlighting as your color person tonight, which thank you for having me on board. I appreciate it. But all that to say, I know Sean's a little under the weather. Hopefully Sean will be back before long.
He should be.
Doing his thing, doing what you two do best as a fantastic team for JV as we wait for Coach Thompson and Matt Curry to come on board. A dynamic duo does the varsity action. But I think, I never played varsity basketball. I played JV, and then I didn't play it at the varsity level, but I remember back in the days of playing for Coach Krieger, whether it was Wayne and then Scott Krieger, right, who's facilitator now with us at Eagle Tech. But I remember Coach Krieger always talking to us about what our job was as a JV. And our job as the JV was to, number one, help the varsity prepare for their upcoming contest. And number two, for us to try to better ourselves so we, if we wanted to, could become varsity players someday. And so definitely you can see these JV guys working hard, trying to improve themselves, game in, game out. And as you said, there are a lot of items that we can take that is positive tonight from the game, even though they came up short on the scoreboard tonight. Again, if you're just tuning in because you're waiting for varsity action with the legendary Andrew Thompson
and Matt
and
Curry.
sidekick Matt Curry, you will not have to wait that much longer. We have about 16 minutes left until the varsity action gets underway.
The legendary, the real T-Bird. There he is, the Red Wings in his leather jacket.
Sporting the Red Wings this evening.
You talk about how fast the Eagles lost this game. It just goes back to, you can't blame it on one individual player, but one individual. For Brady Hartman to have that cold of a night, that's just uncharacteristic for this JV Eagles offense.
Yeah, it really was. Okay, so again, I'm not going to be probably 100% with my stats, but I did do a better job second half than the first. So if anybody's at home and they have a calculator, I am sure that this is not going to add up to 63, and I'm sure it's not going to add up to 47 for the Eagles. But on the Carroll Chargers side of the ledger, finished Austin Taylor had 2, Kristen Singer with 5, Darion Truesdale with 2, Draylon Truesdale with 11, and he maybe had more than 11, but boy, Draylon Truesdale in the second half just came on. He was great defensively. Defense created some offense, as you typically see in basketball. Football, soccer, you name it. In any sport where you have offense and defense going head-to-head, oftentimes you'll see good defense creates good offense, right? Or at least the opportunity to have offense. Derek Lanning have Carroll with 5 for him. Aiden Riegdorf with 6. Cameron Lentz with 6. Grant Peters with 6. Boy, I can do the mental math in my head and realize that I was way off in the stats. That's not even close to 63, Sam.
I think Mr. Warner or Wyatt Warner might not be doing this game tonight, but that's all right.
I don't see him in the house tonight. Well, he's a college guy.
He's got real stuff to do.
We know that this upcoming week for a lot of colleges and universities.
Finals week, right?
Finals week coming up, right? We know we have some loved one. We got a loved one at Butler. Got a loved one at Huntington University. Got a loved one at IU, right? So lots of people that are looking forward to their college students coming home. It's a good time of year. I saw Santa Claus. Sam, Santa Claus
is ready for Toys for Tots. I know the basketball team was helping with Toys for Tots.
That's right. That's right. On the Eagles side of the ledger this evening, we had Stratton Fuller finishing with 6, maybe. These are all asterisk maybes, Sam. Sam Ash with 2, Caden Coffin with 2, Aiden Denning with 6, Cam Hogue with 6, Kobe Crawford with 8, and Brady Hartman with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14. And again, my statistics might not be 100%, but I think that's really telling when we talk about Brady Hartman still leading the team with 14 points, or that number's not correct.
On the offensive box score, he's the heart and soul of this team, and he's had an awful night from the three-point line, but you can't blame that on one guy when you had a lot of miscues and just some not high basketball IQ passes.
Yeah, well, do you think that it's fair to say this evening the Columbia City Eagles playing a tough Carroll team, they had a bad night. And every team can have an off night and a bad night. They just picked a bad night to have a bad night.
As Matt Curry shows up, waiting on his broadcast partner, Andrew Thompson. He's got to get his Mountain Dew and his sugar ready.
Is that why I wasn't spot on with my stats? I didn't have a Mountain Dew, nor did I have sugar.
All righty.
So, Sam, I don't know a lot about the Carroll High School varsity team, So anything that you know is going to be more than what I know. And even if you don't want to speak specifically to the Carroll squad, you've definitely seen enough of our varsity squad at this point. What do you think we have in store for us this evening?
I can speak about the Carroll squad, and they have got one of the biggest threats in northeastern Indiana in the paint, and that's number 45, Logan Langunio, who's a center. He's a senior, and he's 6'9", and he weighs 205. That's a threat, and that's somebody that Jackson Crawford is going to have his hands full with all night in the paint, and he's definitely going to have to show his hops off, Jackson Crawford, to try and get some offensive rebounds over him, as he's got definitely the height advantage on him. And going back to this Eagles varsity offense, they saw what the Lady Eagles varsity team did to Norwell, destroying an NE8 foe, and that's going to be huge in the Lady Eagles chase to the NE8 championship. But that had a real sectional field last night. But yeah, I mean, the expectations for this boys varsity team to match, what a great fall the fall sports have had, and guys tennis, girls soccer, guys soccer, cross country. You have guys tennis winning their first sectional in 10 years. You've got guys soccer winning their first ever sectional. You got girls golf making the regional.
I believe boys cross country made it to semi-state, right? And then we have Austin Hall.
He was part of the Indiana All-Star team, I believe.
That's correct. I agree too. And then also, right, we love to talk about athletics, and rightfully so, right?
Academic teams too.
Sports broadcast. But academic teams are doing quite well. Their season, their practice is beginning. Our Spell Bowl team went to state this year. We are a perennial powerhouse, and I know that sometimes sounds silly to talk about an academic team being a perennial powerhouse.
Perfect spellers too, I think, on our squad.
Absolutely. I know we had 2 perfect spells down at the state tournament. I'm not sure what the linguistics are on that for sure. So gym is starting to fill up for sure for the varsity broadcast.
It's got to get at least 300 to 400 more people in it to even be on the same playing field as how many people were here last night. And now it's a great atmosphere and a great experience, and just a great night if you're a Columbia City fan in general, as the Lady Eagles move to 10-0.
Yes. So something else that we could talk about a little bit, right, as we wait for the real T-Bird and Matt Curry to come on, is, we talked about the academics as well as the athletics. We were able to have the first musical in the new auditorium, right, not so long ago. Right? We hosted they built it as the high school appropriate version of Chicago, right? We were there.
Chicago, but
good. The kids did a fantastic job. The auditorium is beautiful. Oh, yeah. It's a great space for our musicians, for our actors and our actresses. And so it's really nice to have a new high school facility that can support so many different programs, academically, athletically. Mr. Mullet this year, right, as the new head principal, right, trying to keep what's good going and always trying to make us better and continue to grow as a community, as a school. So we only have 5 days left before we go on Christmas break. Sam, what do you think is in store for us this week school-wise? What are you looking forward to?
Looking forward to Friday.
Same.
Looking forward to getting a big break, but after that break, we've got January, February, March as the grueling 3-month stretch to spring break. But athletics, and I think this team, into February and going through January and February, if this Lady Eagles team continues to play as they have been, I think this entire school is gonna be a little energetic and positive, because they've got a girls basketball team that they can really hang their hat on.
I absolutely agree. Yeah, Coach Shear has her ladies ready, her squad ready to go. I don't know who their next opponent. Oh no, yes, I do know who their next opponent is. I heard you last night say it. It's Warsaw, right? Hosting the Warsaw Lady Tigers here on Tuesday. You know what I think is just as powerful as an animal as a tiger?
An eagle.
A squirrel.
Oh, could be.
Squirrels are powerful. They're doing all of the undercover work, the unforeseen work. But I don't know that there's a sports team that's the squirrels.
Nope.
Tigers.
I think you gotta put a few You get a little more muscular and a few more pounds, a few more 100 pounds on you to be a school mascot. I mean, the Eagles are a mascot.
Yeah, if we had rebranded, I don't think it would have been a good idea to say the Columbia City High School, like muscular squirrels. Nobody would have bought into that. What are they? They're the Carroll Chargers.
Yeah. Carroll, I mean, the lightning bolt has no weight, but it's got a lot of power.
That's true. No weight and a lot of power.
Well, big thank you, though, to WJHS 91.5 The Eagle for allowing us to bring this JV contest to you on the airways. This is Molly Bechtold, my color woman, and I'm your play-by-play man, Sam Bechtold. Big thank you to Courtney at the studio and everybody from WJHS that is beside me right now, helping you get the YouTube broadcast on the air. If you'd like to check this out on YouTube to watch the game and to watch us talk about the game and break it down live, please visit the YouTube page. And a big shout out, to Mr. Glaza and John both at the station who have worked so hard and put WJHS on the map and made this a powerhouse in the radio community. So thank you for that.
So Matt Curry has taken his rightful spot beside me, and we hear the school songs playing. So I think it's about time to hand it over. T-Bird gave us a thumbs up. Thank you, Sam, for allowing me to broadcast to you this evening. It was a pleasure. Sean, get well soon. We'll hear from you soon.
Alrighty. Signing off for now. This has been Sam Bechtold and Molly Bechtold, and your varsity broadcast is brought to you by Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry.
And now your Columbia City School fights on.
All right, we'll switch gears. Thank you to the Bechtolds. So, Andrew Thompson saying good evening. I'm on with Matt Curry. Varsity action coming your way. And I didn't catch the numbers on the JV, but
it was like something like 62 to 47 or something like that, I think.
in our favor? No, their favor?
No, yeah, their favor.
Carroll won the C team game too. And
that was, yeah.
Yep. So we have Carroll, a team that's coming in at 0-3. We're 3-1. Carroll, I was kind of surprised they lost to Concordia last night by 4.
They played last night.
Yeah, and they've lost to Penn and then East Noble, surprisingly. So
yeah, the East Noble one was a little more surprising to me than the Concordia one, for the simple fact that with the loss that they had, but they're kind of, East Noble's kind of on a roll right now. So it'll be interesting to see, what they are about. I mean, obviously Coach Beasley's not there anymore, so I would assume that there's probably some type of different philosophy with I'm losing it now. Abbott coming from East Side. I'm sure that's probably a big change for him, having a bigger pool to pull from, and most likely he probably has more athletes, and it's not a shot at Eastside. It's just the size of Carroll. You're just going to have more athletes to pull from, and you're going to be able to do things that you probably wouldn't be able to do at Eastside. So
true.
It could just be that he's getting a feel for how he can play guys together, who plays together well. I kind of attribute it to kind of how we were last year. Coach Schaus had the COVID year, so he didn't have a full summer. He didn't have. He didn't know who played well together. You hadn't had that much game to assess that. So maybe they're trying to get things together, and I can't imagine that Carroll is going to be a below 500 team probably for the whole year. But
but definitely surprising to see him 0-3.
Yeah,
you just don't expect that out of Carroll. Of course, Late Eagles off a huge win last night. What an atmosphere. I was hoping they'd fill the building up just as much tonight, but what a raucous affair last night. The Late Eagles' dominant performance over Norwell.
Yeah.
And and got a lot of press out of it, and rightly so. So congratulations, Coach Shearer and crew. She says Warsaw is pretty good, so they'll be here Tuesday night.
Yeah, and I mean, aside from it being, keeping the undefeated season going, if you lose to a team like Warsaw, it's not an end of the world thing. But the way we're playing, I don't know that there's many teams in the area that can beat us. It's right. you know, when you've got the guard play that you have and the pressure that they can put on other guards, and the fact that we can rotate in about 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody gets a break and they don't get tired. It's tough. It's really tough.
Absolutely. So congrats again to the ladies, and the guys get their turn tonight here. Going for 4 and 1. And starting lineups are up there.
There we go.
For both clubs. For Columbia City, Mason Baker. He wears number 3, a senior, 6'2". Number 4, Seth Mills, a senior, 6'2". He's a guard. 5, Jackson Crawford in the paint, 6'5" senior. And number 10, Andrew Hedrick, a 6'1" junior guard. And rounding out the lineup, number 24, Elias Spellman, a 6'4" senior guard. So again, for the Columbia City Eagles, who come in at 3-1 under head coach Matt Schaus, Baker, Mills, Crawford, Andrew Hedrick, and Spellman.
Back to our original starters there.
Yep. And for Carroll, number 5, Jackson Pardon, a 6'4" sophomore guard. Number 10, Canaan. I don't know if it's Cannon or Canaan. Canaan? I suppose that'd be Canaan. Or maybe it is Cannon.
Which one?
10. Cannon.
Cannon is what I would say. Cannon.
Yeah. Like a cannon.
Yeah.
Cannon Hauser, he's wearing number 10, a 6'4" sophomore. And Jari Sampson wears number 12. It's a 5'10" freshman.
I mean, they start big.
Andrews, yeah.
They got bigger guys on the bench too. I mean,
Andrew Sinish, he wears number 15. He's a 6'2" junior. And the other starter for Carroll, number 25, Aiden Bain. And he is a senior forward. So they start a lot of young guys. 3 seniors on the bench for Coach
if I remember correct, I think those 3 seniors didn't start. I mean, obviously they didn't play a ton last year with as juniors. I think they were on JV.
Right.
So
they're going over the rules and all that. The common circumstance. Flag down.
no, of course.
You took a seat and you're back up.
Yep, that's how it works.
Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, national anthem here at Columbia City High School tonight. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry ready to bring it to you.
And now let's meet the Chargers of Carroll High School, non-starters. Number 2.
So they're going to non-starters and starters, and we've already been through them, but yeah, the table's a little wonky tonight. I don't know what the deal is, but it's bouncing around a little bit.
14, Michael Carcione.
Yeah, right.
So,
Cameron Wentz. Number
so a pretty decent crowd filing in here.
Number 45, Logan Lankenau.
And we've got
Number 51, Grant Peters.
Carroll under a new coach. This is going to be interesting. It won't look like us playing out there.
I know.
Well, of course.
And we don't look like us anymore.
No, we don't.
You know?
Yeah.
It's weird.
You know, from Benedict Ball and Coach Eberly, you know, cut from the same cloth. And then, of course, Coach Beasley over at Carroll.
Yep.
That was like just watching wet paint dry.
Yeah.
Because we were doing the same thing. And it's kind of a muck and grind game. And
Yep.
that produced some low scores.
Yes, it does.
Columbia City Eagles, non-starters.
So it will be interesting.
Number 12, Stratton Fuller. Number 14, Aiden Denny.
And
Number 15, Rick Wilson. Number
they're
20,
throwing T-shirts into the crowd tonight.
number 21, Clayton Scott.
So we'll go for the get the nightcap here. C team and JV both lost. And now the lights will go out.
Boy,
T-shirts are imploding there.
yeah, I don't think they tied them.
Yeah, that one. Lights are out. The video board gone up there. That is so cool.
I wish they'd do the spotlight again.
Well, I don't think they have the guy up there tonight.
No.
He was in the training room eating the Jimmy John's the last I saw him. Well, it's one of the, it's not Warner, but one of the other sidekicks.
Yeah.
He's in the training room eating, so he's not up there to do the spotlight, I guess. So we'll see. So spotlight broke during girls' game. Wow, Mr. Leach.
Oh. Come on.
He's still in Kentucky.
That was, I think he's on his way back. That was the last thing from the old school, wasn't it? We don't have any more of those, do we?
Was that from the old barn?
I think so.
Well, if that's the case, no wonder it broke. So,
That's true.
all right, Mr. Leach is on his way back. Safe travels to the Leach family. Meanwhile, we're holding down the fort at 1600 South State Road 9. This is absolutely awesome. And there's Mason Baker. We've given you Elias, but we'll tell you again who's starting for the maroon and gold. And here comes Seth Mills. To be followed by Jackson Crawford. And then Andrew Hedrick.
I think this is the first game I've been to. There's been no band.
Yeah, they've really been, and Elias Spellman coming out. Yeah, the band with the night off, and they've really been, I think, to about all of them.
Yeah.
They do a tremendous job. I saw a couple of the band members in the hallway the other night, made sure I told them, nice job. They make the place rock even more.
They did a great job.
And it just reverberates off the ceiling.
Yep.
Excellent. A lot better than the old barn. The sound of the band was kind of just kind of up in space, but they were good there too, don't get me wrong. But
I was talking to my old college coach. His son is a freshman at Carroll.
Yep.
And he's asked why we didn't build a bigger gym, and I said it actually holds about 3,700 people.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow. He didn't. And you look at all the people that are here tonight, and you would think at the old school it would have been packed.
Yep.
You know, just because everybody had to sit so close to each other. And you don't have to now.
We are underway. Crawford controlled the tap. Columbia City in the home whites tonight. The old gold numerals, the maroon trim. On the move, left to right. Mills has it up top. Crawford high right. Now high left Hedrick. Hedrick dancing around with the arc. Flips it off Spellman. Spellman with a nice move into the paint. Cuts in. Scores! Holy smokes! What a move!
Just sliced through everybody.
Sliced and diced. Holy smokes. Spellman with the first two of this game for the home team. 2-0. That took all of about 28 seconds. So here come the Chargers back, dressed in the royal blue, black numerals, gray trim. And Pardon. Left side now for Hauser.
Oh.
And they bobble it, but they get it safely over in the corner. There's a long three, impeded, but score! Then he catch that number. Jackson Pardon. Wow. So Pardon back with a three-point goal for Carroll. And Crawford kicks it out here. Spellman with the touch. Bingo! Spellman! 5-3 Eagles. When that shot over in the corner, we had great coverage over there. Just
hand in his face and everything.
Yep, just elevated and made the shot. Here come the Chargers again. Down low, they got a man in the bucket. No good, but we've got a Columbia City foul as Sampson made the move to the bucket.
Number 3.
And it's Baker's going to get the foul.
Jair Sampson.
So Jair Sampson, the 5'10 freshman, will go to the charity stripe. No good, back iron. 5-3 Columbia City. Minute 22 gone. Saturday night in CC. And that was back there no good. We have 3 guys sky for the ball, and Hedrick rips it out of the pile.
Hedrick out-jumped everybody.
Yeah, he did. Andrew can jump. Andrew, top of the key, goes all the way and kicks it off. Baker, a 3. Go and roll, and got it. Baker.
Good driving kick there.
Yep. So Columbia City 8, Carroll 3. The Chargers back as Sinish has the basketball. And now Sampson dancing around up top, hands on the fly on a weave up top. Hauser's got it, works against Mills. Hauser all the way in, out of control, threw it up, no good. Carroll gets the loose ball. They score. Holy smokes. Sinish
Just got that second bounce on the rim, and we already jumped.
Yep. Kind of an unfortunate break there for the home team, but 8-5. Baker, deep left corner, up the wing now to Mills. Mills with the dribble. And Andrew Hedrick, high right. Directing traffic. Interior feed Baker, back to Hedrick. Hedrick to the free throw line, shoves it off. Mills a 3.
Ooh.
In and out, no good. Crawford the board. Oh, he gets stuffed. Coach Schaus wants a foul. He's not going to get it. So we go the other way. Carroll with Sinish. And off to Hauser. Hauser down the lane, flips it out beyond the arc now for Sampson. Oh, a 3 from the parking lot. That's off the mark and cleared by Spellman. He's on the move, has a strip from behind, look out. And here they come, Sampson up the left side. Look out, 3 from the parking lot. Bingo! Hauser, Cannon Hauser ties the game. So, Carroll right back at it. It's 8-8, all even. And Mills down the left side. Only 3 minutes gone, we get 16 points a game. Pretty good pace. Coach Schaus up, wants movement. So Andrew Hedrick across the Mills. 4:44 to go in the first, 8-8. Hedrick picks his dribble up. Mills thought about the 3. He drives, kicks it off, back up top. Now Baker's got it. He'll drive, kick it to Spellman in the corner, 3. Boom, boom, baby! Spellman with a 3.
If Spellman gets going, that's not good for Carroll.
No, he might be the X factor tonight. 11-8 Columbia City. And here's Carroll into the paint. Hauser, runner, no good. They get the loose ball and they score. Coach Schaus not happy with the block out. Pardon, timeout Columbia City.
Got to block out.
We've let them have a couple bunnies down there. Underwriters for tonight, Bart's Car Store. They have a selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, they've celebrated their 30th anniversary down there. Their microphones are from their support. More information available at flowtechpnh.com. And WJHS, and this broadcast brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or businesses, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. So Coach Schaus had his say. I think that was probably predicated on blocking out, I would imagine.
Yep.
We've given up 3 bunnies in there, just not getting everybody closed out. 11-10 our score. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Andrew Hedrick. Right elbow, he's stifled, gets it to Spellman.
Ooh.
Spellman a move, backdoor feed, Crawford. Oh, he gets blocked. Crawford gets blocked again. Nice block down there by, I think, Sinish.
Yep.
And here come the Chargers into the paint. Lost handle, stolen by Baker. Baker, 1 man to beat. He protects the ball. Score! Basket counts. Carroll foul. And that was great body control because he was being hassled all the way.
He got that. I'm surprised they didn't call it on the floor, honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
That was a lot of contact all the way down. But
13-10. Baker will shoot for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. With 3:42 to go in the first quarter.
Lincoln now in 6'9".
Who is?
Lincoln now, I think.
Oh, boy.
45.
Baker hits the free throw.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's got some tall timber. All right, Carroll into the corner, knocked away by Baker. Nice job, out of bounds as he sends it towards the cheerleaders. Baker seems like a man on a mission tonight.
He sure does.
He only struggled, Tuesday night.
Him and Spellman are.
Yep, on fire. And almost a slip of the foot. On they go away to the bucket, layup and score. Oh, my, Pardon. Boy, he's just sliced through the middle there, and that was good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Spellman wide on the right side for Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick to Mills, whips it around left side. Baker tries the baseline. Flushed out of there, back to Mills. He can't get the shot off. Closed on by Hafner quickly. Mills back.
Pass. Oh.
Crawford wasn't expecting it, and it had a lot of mustard on it.
No, that was a really, really good pass. Jackson just wasn't ready for it.
Turnover.
Oh man, he pulled the 6'9" kid out too. It was.
Yeah. Oh, what a, yeah, just couldn't catch the pass. Had a lot of mustard on it. It was like Dan Marino to Mark Clayton or Mark Duper. The Chargers back, trailing Columbia City by 2. Run a weave up top. Standing on the Big Eagle logo at center court is Hafner. Hafner, nice feed, backdoor, they will, and rimmed out. But it's off of Columbia City? No, okay, it's off of Carroll. Boy, our rims are sometimes not friendly.
Yeah.
That was a routine layup that rattled out. Yep. Alex Hedrick in for Seth Mills. So 2:44 to go in the first. Columbia City by 2. Jackson Crawford up top with it. Kicks it over. Baker will load it up. That's partially deflected, I think. But Andrew Hedrick, the loose ball underneath. He goes, elevates. Oh, it rimmed out. Crawford fights for the rebound, knocks it out. Nice
Good
job
hustle.
by Crawford.
Good hustle.
Yeah. That was all about hustle there, you're right. Coach Abbott up on the move off the Carroll bench. Seems so weird not seeing Coach Beasley.
Yeah, it is.
After all those years. 2:20 to go in the first. The Chargers trying to even the game or take the lead on this trip. Sinish picked his dribble up. Left corner, he throws it down there to Hafner. Ooh, nice pass across. And Hauser back out now to Pardon. Somebody's got to get his name and phone number. Pardon all the way in, layup and score. Oh, my.
I mean, we're just letting him go to the rim. I mean, I just don't understand.
Holy crow. So Pardon ties the ball game, 14 apiece. It's 4-0 run for Carroll after the timeout. Minute 45 for the first. Baker back to Andrew Hedrick. Andrew drives the baseline. He's in trouble. Cornered.
Oh, yeah.
Knocked down. Whistle and a foul as Hedrick hit the deck hard. Carroll foul.
45.
Logan Blankenau, 6'9" senior. He picks up the foul. Carroll's second team foul. Rhett Wilson's in for Baker. Give him a rest. Baker's not too happy there. And Andrew Hedrick. 3 back iron, no good. Loose ball, ricochets to Spellman. Spellman got it hacked away. Here comes Carroll. Look out. Hafner races into the front court. He falls down. They don't call travel now. They did.
I was going to say, come on now.
That was about a slide into third base by the time that was all said and done. Hop, skip, and a jump, and a slide into third. In the grandmother's house we go. Holy smokes. 1:25 to go in the first, all even at 14. Andrew Hedrick dribbles towards the midcourt stripe for the maroon and gold. Wilson, his first touch. Andrew Hedrick, pump fakes. Lost the handle, got it to Spellman in traffic. Spellman going to the bucket anyway. Reverse left, he rolls it in. Spellman. My gosh, he has game. Holy smokes. 16-14, Columbia City, a minute to go first quarter.
He's already got 10 points.
Yeah, and down the lane, right down central, Hafner. We closed them off finally. On a 3, wide open, score. Cannon Hauser for Carroll. They go in the lead, 17-16. 40 seconds for the first. Alex Hedrick whips it off to Wilson. Cross-court Crawford thought about the 3. Alex Hedrick, deep left corner. Alex down to Jackson on the baseline, elbows his way in. Gets it blocked. This time they're going to call a foul.
That's Hauser's second.
Number 10.
So,
With the foul. 2 shots, Jackson Crawford.
So it's going to be Crawford to the free throw line with 30.5 left in the first half. Been a good ball game. And Crawford, that's the free throw.
For Seth Mills.
Mills for Spellman.
Number 15, Andrew Sinish.
Sinish back into the Carroll lineup for the big man. Lankenau. Tie ball game. Crawford can give Columbia City the lead. Ooh, Captain Climax on board. All right. Thanks for checking in, Captain Climax. Back iron no good by Crawford, rebounded by Carroll. They're going to walk it slowly to the midcourt stripe with Hafner. They get it across now. Pardon has it. They look like they're playing for one. 20 seconds. Way out top, all this action. Wilson's got, almost a pick by Andrew Hedrick. Now Hafner. Off for Pardon. Pardon at the free throw line, and there goes Sinish all the way in. Layup, no good. Rebound, Crawford. And ducks it out for Hedrick. 3 seconds. Hedrick. Center step, fire. Just short. That was on. Buzzer, end of the first quarter.
Returning for the Eagles, number 3, Mason Baker.
17-17.
For the Chargers, number
Tell you about some of our underwriters here. Western's Garage, helping to print 400 shirts for the student section for home football games. Western's Garage on the scoreboard. Tonight helping with School Spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County with car mechanic services on the northwest side of Columbia City on 250 North. Play-by-play is brought to you by ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union. And there are 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens. They're not right next to Walgreens anymore. They're at a new location out by Walmart, so have to get a change on that one. Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Well, Matt, I think you got to be pleased with it. Come out there with a tie score. We gave up some cheap ones, but on our end offensively, we've produced pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the, you want to call it a plus minus, we're plus 2 in turnovers. So, that's really the only bad thing, that we've kind of let Pardon just get to the rim 3 times with no help side defense. So if you want to talk negatives, that's kind of the only negative. Offensively, we're getting what we want, getting driving kick, open shots. So, you got to keep up the intensity. But good first quarter, really good.
So Carroll's possession to begin the second quarter. And here comes Sampson with the basketball. Hands it off up top, and it's going to be Pardon over there. He's chased by Andrew Hedrick. Left side in the corner, they try to get a 3 for Hafner, can't do it, and they get it down low. And we flush them out of the paint. Back up top, and Pardon a 3. That's short. Loose ball, Baker. So Baker leads the Columbia City attack to Alex Hedrick, left side. Up the wing to Baker. Andrew Hedrick now down on the right wing for Wilson. Back up top we go. Andrew Hedrick back to Wilson in the corner to Mills. Wilson up top, shoves it off to Andrew Hedrick. It's Wilson on the fly, left side. Wilson in the corner to Baker. Up the wing, Andrew Hedrick has it. Pulls up the free throw line. He's shut off. Ooh, dangerous pass somehow got in the hands of Wilson and back to Hedrick.
I think he got fouled, man. He got kind of drilled there.
Andrew Hedrick, pull up in the paint. Back iron, no good. Rebound out of there to Sinish. Here he comes to the midcourt stripe. Throws it out, and Hafner, floater in the paint. No good. Loose ball, Andrew Hedrick. Minute 18 gone. Nothing doing yet here in the second. Oh, the pass picked. One man to beat. They go for the slam dunk. They miss it, but they get it back. And now out of the corner, here's a long 3 to score. Pardon, the man who missed the dunk. Timeout, Carroll. Pardon has the first
30-second timeout.
3 of the second quarter. So, wow, what a turn of events. They miss a dunk, and then the guy that misses the dunk gets wide open for a 3 out left side. All right, well, Myers Hockenmeyer McNagny, they're your timeout sponsor, LLP, located across from the post office of Columbia City. They're on the line at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. And looks like we got Maine Bowl in the underwriters tonight. Celebrations parties. Their famous fried fish. I haven't had some of that famous fried fish in a while. I need to get some of that. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City. Now only at Maine Bowl, and Eagles win at home. There's free bowling for students after the game with ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main. Also, TNT Floral Shop involved in the broadcast for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and love and gifts. Delivery and pickup available more ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Thank you, underwriters. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, everybody at the station. Thanks for listening and/or watching. I guess they got a camera in our face. I think this YouTube thing's on again. We got to cut the camera. All right, in the corner. Baker alone on a three. Rhett Wilson fought for the rebound, couldn't get it. Sinish out there with it. And Baker, nice job to knock it into the bleachers. 2017 our score. Minute 52 gone here. We're in a little bit of a drought. A little bit of a drought here.
Yeah, a
we
little
haven't
bit
scored in, well, we did score the last free throw of the first. Actually, Carroll scored on 5 of the last 7 possessions, and scoring possessions in the first quarter. 6 minutes even to go. Carroll up top, Hafner with it. Hafner flips it off, and got to watch Pardon here. And Sinish up top. He hands on the fly to Hafner. Hafner left at the key all the way in. Way up and score, basket counts, and a Columbia City foul.
Again, nobody's stepping up in help side defense, and we're just letting them go right to the rim. Just unimpeded.
So 2, and Hafner goes to the charity stripe for a 3-point play, potentially the old-fashioned way. Got it. They go up 23-17. Biggest lead for Carroll. Mills up top for Columbia City. Left side now, Crawford's got it. Crawford on the hot seat, gets it to Spellman, top of the key. Spellman shakes and bakes, wheels and deals. Throws it off to Baker, floater. In and out, no good from the blocks. It's going against the green. So here we come back with Carroll, and they have a 6-point lead. Sampson up top, around the key right. Mills all over him. They get it to Hafner. Look out, wide open. The air ball, but they're going to save it. Nope, out of bounds. Hauser's back to the Carroll lineup. Here comes Andrew Hedrick for Rhett Wilson.
Bain back in for Carroll.
Bain. 5:03 to go in the second. Carroll has the first 6 of the second quarter, which is 3 minutes old. And here come the Eagles. Crawford all the way around. Central, put it up, hit the bottom of the net. I think he got expected contact on play. Nice defense by Mills coming back, knocked it out of bounds.
It sure looked like there was some contact. I saw a lot of swatting there.
None of the fans are upset, but it's kind of a melancholy atmosphere compared to the rowdiness we had here last night for the girls. And they throw it back out. Look out, here is Pardon into the paint, to the elbow, dumps it off in the corner now. Hauser on the drive to the block, stops, fires off the glass, he scores. The bank is open. Hauser banks it in. And they've got an 8-0 run to start the second. Coach Schaus up, adamant. Cheering his troops on. Crawford's got it, top of the key. There goes Baker back door, but that would have been a dangerous pass. Up top, Spellman with the basketball, 4:10 to go in the second. Carroll has the first 8 of the quarter. Columbia City needs to get off the schneid. And he dumped it down with Crawford. Knocked away. Nice job by Crawford to save it. Spellman runs out of real estate. Baker puts it on the floor. Baker in the paint, fires there. We're off the schneid. Little 12-footer. Timeout, Columbia City. So the Eagles get off the schneid and on the scoreboard. Here in a second, 25-19. Much needed bucket.
Yeah, we're pretty stagnant on offense, and I think that's why Schaus was getting into him. Like, you gotta get into the offense. Everybody's just kind of standing around watching one guy dribble the ball.
So more of our underwriters here. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Their services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too since 1986. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. And also Western's Garage. They printed 400 shirts for the student section for home football games this past season. Western's Garage on the scoreboard tonight, helping the school spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County with car mechanic services on the northwest side of Columbia City on County Road 250 North. or 250 West, I should say. North 250 West. Don't have their address, but North 250 West. Santa's in the building tonight. Saw that. He brought a big bag of presents, or I don't know if he's got basketballs in that bag or what he's got, but
Yeah.
so 25-19. Carroll with the lead and the basketball. Length of the floor to go, right to left. And here come the Chargers.
Got to string together some stops here.
Indeed. So Sampson gives it up. Now they got Bain back in and down low.
Travel.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah. Jeez.
Coach Schaus about flew out. Well, he did fly out of his seat. He was in the ref's ear.
I was going to say, geez.
Coach Abbott a little bit.
I mean, he picked his foot up.
Coach Abbott giving the official a little bit of static. 3:35 for the second. And here's Spellman on the fly up top. Bounce pass on a weave to Baker. Now off on the right side. Hedrick tries the baseline. Ran out of real estate there.
Hit it.
Up top. Mills the three.
Yep. Oh.
Well, that rimmed out. And Baker flew for the, or checked that. Crawford flew through the rebound. Couldn't get it. Here comes Carroll all the way in. They have a man open in the corner three. That's off the mark from Bain. Loose ball Carroll. They get it back. Out of the left corner now. Sampson now a three. That's short by Hauser. Carroll the loose ball again. Mills in there to fight for it. Carroll's got their fourth opportunity, I think, coming here. Third. Seems like four. So the Chargers, left side now Hauser. All the way down central off the glass, scores.
Again, we're just letting them get into the paint and do whatever they want.
So, Carroll back up by 8. Columbia City puts it up and draws a foul. 27-19. This Carroll team's really hungry.
Well, yeah.
0-3. Lose to Concordia by 4 last night. Lost to East Noble a week ago.
Whew.
Andrew Hedrick's free throw rolls in. Boy, that one tried to come halfway out, didn't it?
His first point.
Yeah, that tells you something. Carroll's defense pretty stingy.
Yep.
Andrews got that one. 2 of 2 at the charity stripe. 27-21 Carroll. 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Eagles could use the stop. Now they leave a man wide open in the corner. Off the mark from 3 was Rode. Rebound Columbia City. Baker accelerates to the midcourt stripe. Up in the left corner, Spellman tried to throw a pass out behind the back to Crawford. That got stolen.
Yeah, I don't know where Jackson was going there. He needs to go to the front of the rim, and that's where Spellman threw it.
And up top now, Hafner. Hafner floating off into the baseline corner, pestered by Mills. They get it back up top, Sampson. Sampson backed off the play with a minute 54 to go in the second. 27-21 Carroll. Sampson gives it up now to Pardon for the parking lot. 3-point goal, and they score. Boy. Pardon just lit it up from long distance there. Holy Toledo. 30-21. And down the baseline, Baker. Oh, and that rims out. Bad break there. Here comes Hafner back. Look out, Hafner. Hafner spins, kicks it out the corner. Pardon again. Scores! 3-point goal. Holy smokes. Pardon lighting us up. 2 straight threes. 33-21, their largest lead of the night. Columbia City a little bit on the ropes here.
16-4 this quarter.
Well, Hedrick gets us off the schneid. So Andrew gets a couple on a layup.
Jeez, OP.
So it makes it 33-23. And left side, Hafner. Hafner slides in, can't do anything with it up top. Now here's Pardon to 3 from the parking lot, well off the mark this time. Loose ball ricochets to Carroll. Well, I tell you, the 50-50 ball's been going their way. Out top, Sampson tries to kick it out. They fake a 3. As Bain's got the basketball, throws off the Hafner. Timeout, Carroll. Coach Abbott not happy with his 3.
He's not happy with that 3, I don't think.
Yeah, that was kind of made two. I'll take a third.
Right.
So a 30-second timeout. Alex Hedrick's going to report back on for Columbia City. As it is 33-23. Carroll has lit it up here in the second after a tie ball game after one.
Yeah, since we were up, what was it, 14-10, they've outscored us 23-9.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, and they're doing it. All they have to do is dribble into the lane. We're not coming in to help, and they make a layup. I mean,
There's a lot of that.
You got to step over. You got to rotate. You got to help your teammate and then recover all the way around. And we're just not doing that. I don't know if we're not talking, but
Coach House doesn't look very happy down there.
you know, you start playing poor on the defensive end, and then shots aren't falling on the offensive end, and it just
compounds.
yeah.
It's a double whammy.
Yep.
So here comes Carroll with the basketball. Looking to play for one, it appears. Hauser way out by the 10-second line. Andrew Hedrick on him. 5 count on. Hedrick almost got a hand on that. And
How's that not 5? Yeah, there we go. Nice job, Andrew.
turnover Carroll.
I mean, he was all over him.
Sampson comes in for Hauser. Here come the Eagles with 15 seconds. Andrew Hedrick slowly towards the midcourt stripe. Down to 10. In 7 seconds, high screen Crawford. They kick it off. 3 from Mills. Oh, he can't get it off. He bobbled it. On the run, he puts up anyway. No, and he draws a Carroll foul as he got lambasted.
Nice job, Seth.
Mills is up, no worse for wear, but
15?
he took a shot.
Yep.
15. Andrew Signage with the foul.
So Signage the foul. So this will send Mills to the line with 1 second left in the half. Mills has it, rattles it in. 33-24. Carroll makes another substitution. Hafner came back, I think. So Mills tries to go 2-2 at the charity stripe. And he got it. 1.3. And they get it in. Look out. Half court. Oh, at the top of the backboard by his number 10, Hauser. So we go to the intermission. It's Coach House. Gonna not be.
No, I mean, you can't be happy about that second quarter at all.
No.
At all. 16-8.
Yeah, you had them had them down 4, and then kind of let off the gas a little, and
Yep.
boy, they can burn you quick.
Yep.
So halftime here at Columbia City High School. Saturday night action for you. Waiting to hear from Coach Culp. Check in with wrestling results. Don't forget, Lady Eagles Tuesday night. The Warsaw Tigers come here in what should be quite a battle. Of course, the Lady Eagles 20th in the IBCA coaches poll, 13th in the Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports Association poll by classes, so 13th in 4A. And big win for Coach Shearer and crew last night. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you got Norwell. And, of course, they will get into conference play again Saturday afternoon next week right here against the East Noble Lady Knights. Now, the boys next week, Friday night, we go to East Noble to open conference play. So up to the Big Blue Pit. And then Saturday afternoon, with Saturday night, we were originally scheduled to be at Wayne, but that's now been added to the series of high school games at Grace College.
That's
it's
right.
a noon game. Girls here 2:30, so we'll decide what we're doing with that later. But so that's what's going on as we kind of head towards the holidays.
Yeah, Tuesday. So Tuesday's Warsaw.
Yep.
And then at East Noble.
For boys, yep.
And then Grace College Saturday at noon.
And then the girls play East Noble here.
2:30.
At 2:30. Oh, what's this? I see the Big G shootout. Do I see Coach Dave Richmond out there? Is he gonna?
Oh yeah.
Is this gonna be a flashback to '98?
Yeah, there we go. Get out there, T-Bird.
Unless he has he doesn't have a son in high school yet, does he? No, his daughter is. But
Yeah, his daughter is, huh?
we could see if Coach Richmond can still light it up.
He can.
He's still playing in the church league, isn't he?
He was playing he thinks he has a torn ACL, I think.
Coach Richmond?
Uh-huh.
Well, he looks pretty good. No words for wear.
He was playing a little bit in the mornings, and now he coaches, so he just doesn't have time.
And he's next up. We'll have to broadcast this on the team that broke that 20-year drought. First year we had class basketball. Well, Coach Richmond's still not up yet.
This kid brought $5 apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
Lighting it up here.
He's got another shot. It's like the carnival.
Apparently.
What is that?
All I do is win.
Oh, who?
All I do is win was that song.
Was that song? I can't even
Uh-oh,
understand.
Dave Richmond. Oh.
No, rimmed out for Coach Richmond.
It's because he was fading away. You got to go straight up, straight down there, Coach.
All right, so Richmond back to the bleachers.
He's out of here.
He's out of here.
Oh, he's going up to Elkins, giving him a hard time.
Yeah, Coach Elkins getting on him. And he's taking it from the people above him. Coach Richmond taking a beating.
From the peanut gallery up there.
Shouts from the peanut gallery. We like shouts from the peanut gallery. I haven't got too many tonight. Did hear from Captain Climbing, but other than that, it's been pretty quiet.
Didn't Karen Hendricks say she was going to pay for you to shoot?
I think, but
Where
I
is
think
she?
she's out ill again.
Oh, come on, Karen.
Now there's some good music.
There we go. Renegade Sticks.
Renegade Sticks, that's right. I don't have time to shoot baskets. Unless you want to stand here and keep going and rattling, but I guess I could go out there when he's nice. But now the last time I participated, you got points. Go ahead with that.
I got some points, yeah. Baker with 7, Mills with 2, Crawford with 1, Andrew with 4, and Elias with 10. I had us for 5 turnovers in the first half. For Carroll, Hafner's got, he's got 3. Pardon has 18. 18 of their 33 is what Pardon has. Hauser has 10 and Sinish with 2. So Hauser and Pardon have 28 of their 33.
Holy Toledo.
I mean, it's pretty simple to see what's going on here. Those two guys are getting to the rim and shooting threes because we're not stepping up and rotating. We're just letting someone blow past us. And then they've got wide open threes because nobody else rotates.
Now, I'm sure Coach Schaus talking about adjustments, so we'll see. But Carroll has got it lighting us up right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw us come out in a press and/or like a 1-3-1 zone, some type of zone just to switch it up a little bit, so you can get some turnovers, get that lead cut down here real quick, and we'll see though.
So, about a little over halfway through the intermission, 33-25 our score. Carroll in charge right now. As the students having fun with Coach Clark's music computer here. Coach Clark must have to go to the bathroom. You better turn that down, bud. That's a little loud. You're going to get the adults after you.
Oh, I like it.
Jeez.
I like it.
Well, you got it. Holy smokes, you can earplugs. So, he's getting into some 80s music. That's rare when a high school student gets into 80s music these days. So, Santa's going to shoot. Here we go.
Oh, Santa loads it up.
Oh, well off the mark. Too many.
I think he's got too much going on there, yeah.
Too much stuffing in the belly. So,
Santa's got another one. Here we go.
Santa should get another one.
Here we go, Santa. Santa loads it up. I don't think he can't get his shoulders up, it doesn't look like.
Outfit's a little tight, so Santa departs for the bleachers. So the Eagles back to the floor. Chargers yet to make an appearance. And we'll be setting ready for second half action here in a little bit. Yeah, I was starting to say, well, I did, I don't know if I told you I did a 3-point contest at the Wigwam in Anderson.
No.
I never told you that. Well, Dad and I and Barry Leiter went down because I don't think a couple of us had never been to the Wigwam, which was at the time, the second largest gym in the state next to Newcastle. But as we went down one Tuesday night, watching, I can't even remember who they played, but so I went out for a halftime shootout, or whatever they call it, and got 2 shots, made the second, so I made a shot in the historic Wigwam, which I believe is closed now.
Yep.
I don't know where Anderson Indians probably play at the old Madison Heights building, if I had to guess, but of course, Madison Heights and Highland long gone. Another dying blue-collar, mid-sized city in Indiana, of which we're tied to the auto industry, and they've seen tough times over the last several years. And that goes to declining enrollment as well. So the Chargers finally make an appearance. Carroll didn't bring very many people tonight, but the Columbia City crowd, reasonable. Looks like they're handing out posters tonight. They got boys basketball posters. Let's get a hold of one of those. So Columbia City reports to the bench. Looks like we're going back to starting 5. Coach Schaus has the dry erase board out. There, I didn't call it a chalkboard.
There you go. He's got the board.
I remember when I was manager, scorebook keeper of the freshmen when I was in high school, I always had to hand the chalkboard to Mike Nowling. So I always remember the old chalkboard. I lost the chalk one time, gave it to him, he wasn't very happy. Just to drop the chalk and rolled under the bleachers. Get a new piece of chalk. Oh, there's a blast from the past, Mike Nowling. So about ready to rock and roll here. Glad you're with us tonight on WJHS. We have a 33-25 game at the intermission. And third quarter about to commence. Referee's back on the floor, and I never did mention him tonight. Matt Hands, Alex Childers, Matt Sheehan, the crew tonight. And Eagles on the floor, ready to go. And they've got a little work to do. So, Carroll breaks their huddle.
Really like to get a bucket here on this first possession.
And we get it. Coach Abbott up, directing his troops. Andrew Hedrick has it. We are underway. Columbia City trails Carroll by 8. Mason Baker hands off to Andrew Hedrick up top. Andrew puts it on the floor, spins. Spellman a 3, short. And rebound out of there to Pardon. And here comes Sampson to the midcourt stripe for the Chargers. Left side, there's Pardon outside the arc. This guy's got speed. Oh, they leave him go. 3, missed one finally. And here we go the other way with Mills. And Spellman the finish. There we go.
Way to run the floor, Elias.
So Spellman has Columbia City on the board with the layup, assist to Andrew Hedrick. 33-27. Here's Carroll with it. Sinish. Top Hauser. Hauser runs over a man, puts it off the glass. No good.
Foul.
Coach Schaus up off the bench. He's red hot. Here comes Columbia City on a break. Baker bulls his way in. Layup. Oh, no good.
Goodness.
Baker wants a foul. He's not going to get it. We go the other way. Look out. They got numbers. And they pull it out. Sampson now up top. Now to Bain. And here is Hauser taking over.
I can't believe he didn't get an offensive foul.
No call, I guess.
Holy moly.
Pardon down low. Spellman knocked it away. They bobble it. Stolen by Andrew Hedrick. And he gets it out for Mills. 2-on-1 to Baker. Baker puts it in, score!
Guys,
That was just hustle and scrappy in this.
let's go.
33-29. Columbia City with the first 4 of the second half. And Carroll up top, Pardon. Pardon dumps it down low. They bobble it, but get it on a ricochet. They force it up, score!
Oh my gosh, that
was like a prayer. That was like a shot put, that shot there by Sinish, but he gets it.
Prayer.
So, Columbia City with Mills back.
Got him.
Andrew Hedrick, top of the key. 2 minutes gone, third quarter. Shoves it off the Mills in the left baseline corner, down to Crawford, inside position, puts it up,
Nice
score!
job, Jackson.
Basket counts and a Carroll foul.
Pardon, I think.
So Crawford,
Yep, pardon.
Jackson Pardon, 1 shot.
and he gets 1 shot. So a chance to cut the Carroll lead to 3. Crawford will shoot 2. 1 back iron, no good. Score remains 35-31. And here goes Pardon into the paint. We're having triple team. Back door, he somehow finds a man. And a ball layup, loose ball. Crawford foul there. There goes Baker. Baker sends it over to Mills. Mills pump fakes. He ran out real estate on the baseline.
Yes.
Back to Baker. A tray. Short. Loose ball mounted around. Crawford gets a hand on it. Crawford got it back. Forces it up. He hits the deck. And don't yell at the ref. Get going.
No, the guy just moved out of the way. I don't think it was a foul at all.
Yep. Oh, and they get a man wide open to the bucket. Spellman got a hand on it. Loose ball. Hedrick. No, they get it. They miss another one. It's getting
shot, Andrew.
And as a Carroll player hits the deck, everybody bodies flying. Spellman, layup, score!
Eli.
Spellman for 2. 35-33.
Come on, boys.
We've outscored them 8-2.
Well, they're letting them play. That's for sure.
And they go all the way in. Wild shot, no
And
good.
then
But whistle a Columbia City foul.
Then they call that.
Hedrick, Andrew gets the foul. So with 4:51 to go in the third, Hauser will shoot 2 for the Chargers. And they're getting everybody situated here. And loads it up, rolls it in. 36-33.
That's Hauser.
Okay, and Alex Hedrick on for Crawford. And second free throw, no good. They get the rebound. Score! Oh, my. We gave up a bunny there. Holy crow.
Out.
So that's 38-33. And left side now, Baker. Up top, Mills. Mills puts it on the floor, shoves it off to Alex Hedrick, right side. Gets it off to Andrew Hedrick. Oh, pass lost, and Andrew got it back, fell down a little bit, maintained 1 foot. They kick it to Baker. A 3. Oh, that's an air ball. And we go the other way. The Carroll bench was up in arms over that last call, non-call. They throw it in the corner. Look out, Pardon. Flagged down by Andrew Hedrick. Now they got a man down the lane loose. No for throw, and they got him shut off. So good. Up top now, Hauser.
Yep, they're going to go
Down
inside.
low, Bain. Inside position, jump hook. Score, rattled it in. So Bain on the board. Nice move by Bain. Nice post move. 40-33. 3:54 to go. And they're going to call a Carroll foul.
Oh, boy.
We might have got bailed out on that one.
Yeah, that looked like a jump ball, if anything.
For the Eagles, number 15, Rhett Wilson.
So the foul against Sampson. Rhett Wilson into the ball game for Columbia City.
Number 14, Michael Carcione.
Carcione, this first we've seen a Carcione, I think.
Yep, I think so.
40-33, Columbia City ball out of bounds on the common foul. That was Carroll's second team foul. Spellman tries to elbow his way in. Bain shut him off. Oh, a dangerous pass. Tried to throw it to Wilson. Look out, Carroll steals. And they force it off the glass. No. Loose ball ricochets to Mills.
Oh.
And here we go.
Got bailed out.
We did. 3:30 to go in the half, or the third, I should say.
Gotta
And
move.
Wilson
Got to move.
Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Left side, Alex Hedrick. Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Now Wilson's got lost the handle, had it picked. No, but nice job by Andrew Hedrick to get it back. It's a cutting Alex Hedrick. Bumped, goes to the bucket, rims out, but a Carroll foul on Bain.
Andrew's doing a really good job of hustling after balls.
Yep.
Just in this quarter alone.
Number 2, Michael Hanson Hafner, foul.
Well, they give it to Hafner. It was not Bain. Third team foul on Carroll. So Alex Hedrick will shoot 2 for Columbia City. And he scores. Jackson Crawford back in for Spellman. Lankenau back into the Carroll lineup, 6'9" frame there. So Alex Hedrick will shoot another one, 40-34. And he's got it, 40-35.
Really need to stop here. Come back down, get a bucket, get it back down to one possession.
Cameron Hauser with it. Check that, that's Hafner. Sampson down into the corner. Carcione out of the right corner, up the wing to Hafner. Hafner backed off the play. Watched closely by Andrew Hedrick. Down on the baseline, Sampson ran out of room. He threw an errant pass underneath, but they get it across. Wide open man. Carcione, three-point goal. Marco Carcione on the board. 43-35. Kind of a busted play, and it worked out well for Carroll. So here's Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick off to Wilson. Wilson tries the baseline. Jump pass out to Mills. He's closed on quickly. And they throw it back to Andrew Hedrick with 2:20 to go. Hedrick is being ridden hard by Hafner. Cross for Wilson. Mills baseline. No good. Rebound Alex Hedrick. Alex kicks it back out to Wilson. He thought about the shot. He drives, kicks it off to Alex Hedrick. Here's
There
a three. Score! Alex Hedrick.
That's a spot.
Yep. So that makes it 43-38. And Carroll back. Carcione with it. He had the 3 last trip. Minute 55 for the third. Carcione across for Hafner. Down low. Hauser backing in. Stripped by Andrew Hedrick. Andrew Hedrick and Mills. Trailer, Alex Hedrick. Score! Andrew Hedrick.
Come on, let's go.
So Andrew Hedrick with a couple. And Carroll with it. Carcione, minute and a half to go in the third.
Nice job, Rhett.
And collision underneath, and they go in. Blocked by Crawford. He got the loose ball, throws to Wilson in the corner. Carroll wants the call, but they're not going to get it this time. Hit it. Mills, come on, tie the game. Score! Mills. Timeout, Carroll. Timeout, Carroll. Mills on the board. 3 points from the baseline. Big shot.
There we go. I'm glad Seth is continuing to shoot because he's struggling a little bit to get his shot going, but he's, zero fear there.
So Columbia City's come back from 9 down, was it? Here in the
yeah, I think so.
So good run by the Eagles. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. They're an underwriter tonight on WJHS. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too since 1986. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Also TNT Floral Shop for weddings, anniversaries, birthday, and love and gifts. Delivery and pickup available. More ideas can be seen at TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Also the Maine Bowl Uptown, celebrations and parties, famous fried fish. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City. Now only at Maine Bowl when the Eagles win at home. Free bowling for students after the game with ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main Street in Columbia City. Eagles with a run here, a couple turnovers. And we have a tie ball game. So, Carroll basketball. Yeah, Hafner has it in the backcourt. Ooh, Robbie Dillon checking in again. So a minute 5 for the third, 43-43. Hafner down low. They got a man to the bucket. Carcione by Crawford. And they could, well, we stepped out of bounds with the rebound. Okay.
Okay, I was going to say.
They are letting them play. Here comes Baker back.
Shot Mills.
So Carroll, with just under a minute, will trigger it underneath their own bucket. They throw it in. The big man's got it, but he throws it. Oh, an errant pass almost sailed into the bench. Nice job by Hafner to pick that one off. Now Sampson, high right. Here's the big man, Lankenow, in his 6'9" frame, drifting into the paint. Hafner, 42 seconds. Hafner, way out top, watched closely by Alex Hedrick. Sampson high on the left side. He drives across the key, right side. Flips it off to Hafner. Hafner shoved off the play a bit by Hedrick.
Really getting that arm out.
And up top now it's Pardon. And Hafner up top with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Crawford wrestling with Lincoln
now for sure.
Hafner, high left. High right for Sampson, down to 15. Sampson hands to Hafner. He stands on the logo. Center court. 9 seconds. Hafner picked his dribble up. And Brett Wilson almost a steal. And Hafner backing in. Wilson chases him in the corner. And an air ball.
Nice job,
Alex Hedrick, a long one. Oh, into the cheer block, but had the distance.
Brett Wilson right there. Great defense on Hauser. Holy cow.
Yeah, he really stifled Hafner. So, or Hauser, you're right.
Man.
Hauser's the one that Wilson shut down there.
What was the score at half? 33 to
33-25.
25, okay.
So we're back to even.
18 to 10 that quarter.
All right. Cheerleaders doing their thing, throwing mini basketballs and T-shirts out. All right, more underwriters tonight. ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations. In Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcu.org. Check that, the new location off the drive there to the Walmart Plaza. Western's Garage, helping to print 400 shirts for student section and home football games. Western's Garage on the scoreboard tonight, helping the school spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County with car mechanic and services on the northwest side of Columbia City on North County Road 250 West. There we go, 8 minutes. Final quarter, barring overtime. Carroll basketball. Hafner has in the backcourt. We are underway. And he gives it to Pardon. Back to Hafner, high left, outside the arc. Hafner looking in instead up top. It's Hauser. Hauser drives, throws it down low, back door.
Oh, get there, Andrew.
And Columbia City defense stifled that. And they have a baseline jumper.
Long.
No good. Rebound, Alex Hedrick.
Back. Holy cow.
And Wilson.
It's a good start.
Nice job defensively by the Eagles underneath there.
Yeah, it was. Good rotation.
Andrew Hedrick, Alex Hedrick out of the left corner, back up to Andrew. Andrew Hedrick puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Alex Hedrick, down low, Crawford knocked away. Sampson, errant ball's going to be saved into the hands of Rhett Wilson. Andrew Hedrick.
Get out of there, Rhett.
50 seconds gone here in the third. Alex Hedrick, back in the corner, Wilson. Crawford battling down low for position. Wilson back all the way up top. Hands to Andrew Hedrick. A minute gone in the third. We're all even at 43. Columbia City and Carroll. It's been a good one. Both teams have had some leads. Rhett Wilson across the key right. Going to hand to Baker in tight quarters. Traveled. Apparently Baker shuffled his feet, or whoever passed it to him did.
I didn't think it was.
So turnover Columbia City. Minute 13 gone here in the third. Hauser, up top, Pardon. And now Hafner, top of the key.
Back cut. Oh, Rhett.
Up top. As Pardon has it, Pardon shoves it off. Down on the baseline corner, Hauser. Step back, shot score, 15. So Hauser puts him in the lead.
I mean, he's just throwing the elbow out there.
So Carroll back by 2. And Columbia City back with it. Mills and Spellman going to check in at the next stop. Andrew Hedrick up top.
Got to move, guys.
Andrew Hedrick.
Move.
He ran out of room. Alex Hedrick can't get the shot off. Andrew's got it. Wide right. Rhett Wilson. Wilson spins out of the left corner. Right corner, check that. Baker with 5:52 to go. Baker sends it off Wilson, down low Crawford. He's bumped hard, but gets it to Alex Hedrick. Oh, just missed. That was halfway down. Here we go the other way. Pardon, lead pass into the front court. Hafner out of the right corner, flushed out of there. And Sampson to Hafner. Carroll by 2. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Here's Hafner. Way out top, Alex Hedrick on him. And outside the arc, Hauser with it. Interior feed, whistle and foul on Baker.
Number 3, Mason Baker.
Baker the foul.
Number 14, Andrew Sarnish for the Eagles. Number 24, Elias Spellman. And number 4.
Alex Hedrick out, Rhett Wilson out. And we've got Mills and Spellman back. So ball out of bounds underneath the Carroll basket. That was only Columbia City's second team foul. And look out, here's Pardon with it. Pardon almost got to 3 off, now down the corner. Bain out of the corner. Hands off now to Sinish. And they hook around, and Baker with nice defense gets the rebound.
Go.
Andrew Hedrick, lead pass Spellman. Spellman into the paint. Pass to Crawford, layup, score!
Nice.
Timeout, Columbia City. Full timeout for Columbia City. What a feed there by Spellman through traffic, no
Boy,
less.
I thought he waited too long, too. I was like,
Yeah, the door was closing on that.
whew.
So, more underwriters tonight. Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Also, Bart's Car Store on board tonight. Their selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, serving locally for 30 years now. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. Also, Culligan Water for homeware businesses. Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Also, the timeout underwriter tonight, Myers Hockemeyer McNagny, LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're on the telephone line at 248-2224, then on the web at WhitleyLaw.com. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, 4:55 to go in the fourth. It's been a good one. We're even at 45. May be going down to the wire here. All even. Carroll basketball, length of the floor to go. And into the front court, Hafner throws it off now to Hauser. Now Bain, the big man up top. Sampson high to the right side, drifting down along the arc up top. Pass goal by Baker. Baker, layup, score! Baker with 2, a steal and a bucket. 47-45 Eagles. Hauser over for Sampson. Sampson, high right, throws it off left to Hafner. Hafner all the way in.
Yep, there it is.
Offensive foul.
There it is.
Hafner, player control. Coach Abbott's not happy.
Finally got him there.
Coach Abbott's lecturing a bit.
I don't know what he's.
Well, any coach.
I mean, that was a pretty easy call there.
4:12 to go in the ball game. Player control foul gives it back to Columbia City. Carroll's 4th team foul. A weave up top. Spellman's got it. Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Andrew in trouble. Gets it off to Jackson Crawford in the corner. Crawford out of there. Throws an air pass stolen. Got knocked. Deflected. And here comes Carroll. Oh, we left a man in the corner. Pardon, but back with a block is
Nice shot,
Crawford.
Jackson.
What hustle. Andrew Hedrick into the front court. Backdoor feed. Crawford scores. Crawford.
That's really good hustle by Jackson. Not throwing having a pity party because he turned it over. That's a great job by Jackson.
Timeout, Carroll. 3:32 to go. 49-45 in favor of Columbia City. Let's see, underwriters tonight. Maine Bowl, known for celebrations, parties, and famous fried fish. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City, now only at Maine Bowl, and the Eagles win at home. There's free bowling for students after the game with ID Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main Street. TNT Floral Shop for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and love and gifts. Delivery and pickup available. More ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Their services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too. Since 1986, Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Well, we've been down by as many as, I don't know, did we get down 10? But anyway.
I think it was 8 or 9. I think it was
9
the biggest
maybe.
one.
And we've battled and battled.
No, you're right. It was 10. It was 33-23, and then we hit the free throw and got it to 33-24 at half. So, yeah, we were down 10. I think our biggest lead is 4, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all it's been.
Probably. I don't know if Warner's around with stats tonight or not. I don't see him, but
I thought I saw him here, but I don't see him.
not visible.
Yeah.
There's a couple computers down the way there. I don't know what they're doing, but
Yeah.
everybody's got a laptop but us.
Yeah.
Of course, we got the phone, but first lead since the first quarter, says Sean Bledsoe. And Carroll with the basketball. Oh, high left there. Look out. Here is Pardon on the move. Back out to Bain up top. Hafner. Check that Hauser. He'll hand off to Pardon. They throw it down to the big man. Bain kicks it out. Hafner outside the arc, right side. 3:14 to go. Hafner puts it on the floor. Nicely backed out by Andrew Hedrick. Bain almost lost the handle. He was bumped by Crawford. Down to 3 minutes. Here's Pardon. Pardon backing in on Baker. Pardon fade away. Short.
Good D.
And Spellman into the front court. Spellman. Oh, deflected.
Yeah, it's a kick.
They're going to get a kick. Defensive kick.
Slow down, Elias. He wanted to go down and get another layup there for a second. All the coaches were standing up screaming at him to slow down.
2:52 to go. Columbia City by 4. Baker to throw it in. Andrew Hedrick has the basketball. Andrew up top, watched closely by Sampson.
Oh.
Andrew Hedrick off for Baker, down low Jackson Crawford. Crawford across the paint. Traveled. An offensive foul. I thought they were aiming for travel. Crawford and the fans get a little restless on that one, but
I mean, that's one of those easy ones. He turned and threw his elbow right into him.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I thought maybe the guy for traveling first, but
yeah.
Crawford pleading his case, but
Yeah, Jackson's got to know the situation there. You don't really need to go down and score. If you get an easy one, great. If not, throw it back out and get it again, you know.
2:25 to go. Columbia City 49, Carroll 45. Hafner off to the left side now. Hauser's got it outside the arc. Sampson, what do we have?
What?
Baker.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Baker a push. Team foul 4. Schaus, retreats to the bench, but
It looked like an illegal screen to me, honestly.
and they throw it out. Hafner's got it, or Hauser checked them, got them mixed up all night.
And now they're calling everything.
Trying to get control of the game. Number 4, Mills gets the foul. Team foul 5. That was just a hypothetical on my part. But ball out of bounds to Carroll. They throw it in. They miss a bunny. Oh, my. I thought that was going to go. And Mills gets, the rebound. The rebound, throw it away. They put it up. No, but Mills has to commit a foul. 49-45, 2:07 to go. That's team foul 6 on the Eagles. Mills is second. So to the free throw line, Sampson for the Chargers. Rimmed out. There's not been much scoring this quarter.
Nope. Was it 43-43, right?
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of good defense,
6-2.
really. A lot of good defense, some turnovers,
Yeah.
offensive fouls. Short.
Sampson got that one. Makes it 49-46. Columbia City possession. Andrew Hedrick across the timeline. 2 minutes straight up to go in the ball game. Andrew Hedrick up top. Hands to Mills. Up top to Baker. Baker being hassled by Pardon. Pardon almost picked it, but Baker got it back. 1:50 to go, Andrew Hedrick. Coach Schaus on his knees right here. And Andrew Hedrick had a pick, but nice job to knock it back to Mills. Mills on the hot seat.
Yep.
Sampson, the foul.
The only person that's got more than 2 fouls is Mason on either team.
Yeah.
So
Carroll's 15 foul. 1:41 to go. Columbia City ball out of bounds. They get it to Andrew Hedrick.
I mean, they're just going to be going for steals, so you got to really, really take care of the ball.
Are we playing? Well, I don't know why. Well,
No, you got to watch out. You know that you catch it up top, they're gonna try to trap you off of a pass. You just got to talk and you got to be ready.
Andrew Hedrick all the way in, gets it out to Mills.
Go get it, Andrew.
Mills against Sampson.
Go get it, Andrew.
Mills backed off the play. Mills into the corner, lost the handle, got it back. Nice job out to Crawford. Jump pass out top to Baker. 1:10 to go. Andrew Hedrick right down the middle. Backdoor feed. Crawford. He gets stuffed. Got it back. Score! Oh. Crawford.
Way to stay with it. Really good job of Jackson. Oh, boy. Let me leave him wide open. Oh,
Sampson missed a three. Rebound Baker. Ripped away there. Call Carroll foul.
Oh, boy. I think he got away with one there, too. That one looked like it was all ball. They got 5, right? Pardon. Yeah, I couldn't
His
think of
second.
his name.
Team foul 6.
Yep, so we're in the bonus. Everybody's in the bonus the rest of the way now.
Alex Hedrick back in for Crawford. 53 seconds to go. Columbia City by 5, 51-46. Here comes Andrew Hedrick. Double team to the backcourt on the hot seat. Foul.
Oh, wow.
Pardon.
He got a quick whistle now all of a sudden. Oh, he hit him in the head.
That's
Okay.
what the ref said. And then in general, I think players need to kind of quit the lobbying.
I know.
How many guys do you see go like this?
I've already told you. I just can't stand it.
Both ways. I mean,
I understand getting into a game and like towards the end, maybe getting a little excited.
Yeah.
But
seems like every foul.
you know, in the first quarter, I just.
Andrew Hedrick makes the free throw. Rhett Wilson for Alex Hedrick. That makes it 52-46 Columbia City. Comes Crawford for Spellman. Coach Schaus working his bench. Timeout Chargers with 48 seconds to go. And
Carroll's only scored 3 points this quarter.
Unbelievable.
It is shocking. And they've had a lot of good looks too. It's not like it's not like it's been, really tough shots the whole time. They've had open looks, but again, the defense has been on them so much they're having to work so hard to get open. So when they get to that shot, they're probably legs are a little tired because we've been up in them, the whole quarter.
Kind of reversed the tables.
Yeah.
So, 48 seconds to go. Columbia City by 6, so essentially 2 3-pointers. We'll give all our underwriters a mention. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services, TNT Floral Shop, Maine Bowl, Myers Hockemeyer McNagny LLP. They're your timeout underwriter. Culligan Water, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, Bart's Car Store, Morse's Builders Mart, ProFed, and Western's Garage. Thanks to everybody involved with that. Underwriting. Coach Wool out doing some coaching. So, one more shot coming for Andrew Hedrick, so a chance to make it a 3-possession game in essence.
Yeah.
And Hedrick got it, so it's a 3-possession game. 53-46.
Get up there.
48 to go. And up top.
It's going up.
Oh, almost picked by Mills. Up top. Oh, lost the handle. Hauser. Hauser got it back. Shoots a long one. Long, no good. Hafner, the loose ball in the corner. Hafner out of the right corner. Hafner hesitates all the way in around Crawford. Missed it. Nice D by Crawford. Crawford has the ball.
Whoa, Jackson.
One man to beat, and he's going to hold it out wisely. Baker's got it. Throws it across Hedrick. Hedrick to the bucket. He is stuffed by Bain.
What? Nope. I am very surprised that wasn't a foul. That was a lot of contact. A lot of contact.
We go the other way with 17 seconds. It may be academic at this point.
He also had Jackson for an alley-oop there if he wanted it. Oh, Jackson.
After couldn't get it off, Wilson falls down.
Okay. It's okay.
And they missed the shot. 6 seconds, and they put it up no good. Baker the rebound.
That's a great win.
Yep.
Absolutely great win.
You can call out the guards. You can turn out the lights. This one belongs to the maroon and gold.
Beat him 10-3. Beat him 10-3 in the fourth quarter there is good.
Come on, shake hands.
Yeah, I know.
Why are we?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, when's the last time we beat Carroll?
I don't know, but I'll have to look that up or something. It's a dejected Carroll team there, and Columbia City ecstatic.
That Carroll team is going to win some games this year.
Yep.
Absolutely. With Pardon and Hauser, those guys can light it up.
So Columbia City comes back 53-46. Carroll scores 3 points in the fourth.
I mean, they did miss some shots, but like I said, I mean, our defense there in the fourth quarter was top notch against some really good ball handlers and some really good shooters that Carroll's got there. So, yeah, I mean, Pardon, what I say, he had 18 and a half. I think he finished with 18. He didn't score in the second half.
We did a good job of shutting some people down. Well, Pardon burned us big time.
Hauser only scored 3 points in the second half. I mean, you shut down those two guys.
And you talked about them in the first half and what the damage those two guys did.
Yeah, they had 28 of the 33. I mean, they only scored 13 points in the second half. We scored 29. I mean, it's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. You could almost call it a tale of two halves.
Yeah, I mean, really, we just had a bad second quarter, if you really want to
break it down.
Yeah, I mean, it was tied. What was it, 17-17 after one? And then we didn't play well in the second quarter there.
Oh, so Columbia City to 4-1, Carroll to 0-4. Man, we haven't beaten Carroll for a while. Let's look that up.
Is that back to when Daniel played? That we beat them?
I don't know. I'm going to look this up here.
I don't know that Rob's class and the Hazens. I don't know that they did.
Yeah, Coach Beasley had our number there for a while. Obviously, Coach Abbott now, but we will check this out. Matt's working on some numbers over there for us. And let's see. Last year we didn't even play. Oops, this thing's fouled up on mine, so you might have to look it up. When you go to the recent years, it goes to that fiasco.
I see what you're saying. For Carroll, I had Hafner with 3, Pardon with 18, Hauser with 13, Sampson with 1, Carcion with 3, Sinish with 4, and Bain with 4. And for Columbia City, I had Mason Baker with 11, Mills with 5, Crawford with 9, Hedrick with 8, Alex Hedrick with 5, and Spellman with 14. So it was
excellent.
It was just all around in the second half there. You know, Spellman got us going in the first quarter there, and he had 10 points in the first quarter. And, I mean, that was a good jump start. And then the second half, it was just everybody. I mean, it was finding guys underneath. It was, hitting the 3. Alex Hedrick with the 3 in the corner. That was a big one. So Mills' 3 that he hit was huge over here in this corner. So.
Oh, yeah. That's clutch shots.
I had us for 11 turnovers, which is good. It's really good. I had them for 5, 9, 11. So I had them turnovers even. So it really just came down to defense at the end there. And we were you know, other than the second quarter, we were the better defensive team.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of like
the other three. So
it's kind of like we turned it off there for a little bit.
yeah, I don't know if we felt like, hey, we can play with these guys, and then we just, you know, took it easy for whatever reason.
And the halftime adjustments.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Schouts wasn't very happy.
No.
So,
Yeah, I'd go in the locker room after a second quarter like that, definitely.
well, yeah.
There he is. So we'll see what he has to say on this one. Here, get this.
I got sprayed down.
Uh-oh. Coach Schaus gets the Gatorade shower, so good. And Coach Schaus, welcome to the broadcast there, and congratulations on a huge win over Carroll here tonight. Defense kind of told the tale here late.
Yeah, and as kind of I've been alluding to the past, all of our games, 5 games now, that's what we do, right? And that's our identity. And they scored 33 points in the first half, 13, which is an unbelievable stat in the second. And
3 in the fourth.
Yeah, 3 in the fourth, and then number 5 had 18 in the first half. We made a couple adjustments. Mason Baker did a great job on him. I mean, everybody did. It was a team effort, but again, we responded well. It was just fun to get down a little bit and respond and find a way to get it done.
Yeah, you mentioned the other night how, you know, our style after your game with Cherubusco, our trademark's going to be having to, you know, have the defensive end of the game,
Yeah.
you know, dictate how we're going to be as a team. And we come out tonight and pretty much, except for the second quarter, we were there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that scoreboard up there kind of shows the score that I envision, you know, especially as we start playing some pretty good teams, and Carroll's a great team. They've had a couple tough losses to start the season, but again, those 2 sophomore guards are going to be special. They already are special, but you know, this is how I envision our team playing, you know, getting big stops, finding ways to get rebounds and loose balls, and then taking quality shots on the offensive end.
Oh, we definitely, the hustle was there again. We had guys diving for loose balls, and we started to win the 50-50 battles there in the late going, and that propelled us over the top.
Yeah, and that was the key to our game, right? Rebounding and 50-50 balls, because we were going to challenge them to take some tough contested outside shots. And a lot of times that leads to long rebounds and, you know, some scrums in there, and we had to win those. And we didn't win those in the first half, and I think that showed. I'm going to watch the film, obviously, but see how many they scored off of offensive rebounds or loose balls. I think it was probably a majority of them. But, yeah, again, just a fun game. Everybody stepped up. You know, again, Rhett Wilson comes in. And I'll be honest, if you would have told me Rhett Wilson would have been one of our best defenders at the beginning of the year, I wouldn't believe you. He is, though. And it's a credit to him and how hard he's worked, because day in and day out, he's putting his best effort in. And, you know, Alex came off the bench, was huge. Elias was big for us at the beginning of the game. We just had guys step up in key moments, and, you know, everybody played their part.
You had a pretty good rotation there. You were working them in and out, maybe a platoon situation here and there, but you were working that bench and adjusting on the defensive, offensive end when you needed to late.
Yeah.
All responded.
Yeah, they all responded really well. And you know, Carroll had a game last night, and we didn't have a game. We were here watching the girls. But so I think, you know, there towards the end, a lot of our points came in transition. We finished plays, finished stops with rebounds, got the ball out, got some runs, and found ways to get some layups.
I remember one play for Wilson down here. I think Pardon, he had Pardon. That was just him and Pardon down there, and we were all expecting Pardon to
wasn't happening. Yeah,
it wasn't happening.
And again, our main rule really is no baseline defensively. And we're against a really good sophomore guard, probably one of the best in the state. I mean, he shut him down and took baseline away and did his job.
Yeah, it's just a heck of a night all the way around, and down 9. We could have gone down 10 at the intermission, but hit a free throw. We're down 9. Kind of, you know, lost underneath and rebounding wise there, and but the halftime adjustments and the way these guys came back out was just tremendous.
Yeah, and again, I'm just proud of these guys because we just found a way, right? And again, we had some in-game adjustments, I guess, at halftime, and they followed through. And we did some things that were pretty awesome. And my son's over here. I think he's excited. He's still awake, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm really proud of these guys, and we've done stuff. I think, you know, looking back, 4-1's the best start, you know, since Daniel Wool was a senior. We haven't beat Carroll since Daniel Wool was a senior, and that's what we were trying to figure out. And that's almost 10 years. So these guys are, again, they're a special group. They come in and work every day. I hope they stay hungry. I know they'll stay hungry to keep getting better.
Yep, so we get a little bit of time off here before you enter conference play Friday night at the Pit in Kendallville. So East Noble, new coach, and beat Carroll, ironically, just as of late. So new outfit at East Noble. What are you thinking for that? I know it's early, but
yeah, and I've watched them a couple of times already, and they play faster. I mean, it's not going to be a 36-32 like it was last year, I don't think. And we play faster as well. But play with a lot of energy. You can tell that Coach Durnell is doing a great job of building that team atmosphere. And Hood has been playing phenomenal. And I think he's more mobile. He's going over each shoulder this year, and he's a good player. So he's going to be tough to stop, and we'll game plan for that. And it'll be a fun weekend next weekend. We'll get East Noble and then get to play at Grace, which will be a good time for these guys. So looking forward to it.
That was supposed to be a road game at Wayne originally.
Yes.
Yep. So that's part of the deal. We go to Grace and play them at noon then.
Yep. So it'll be a quick turnaround, but again, in a regional, there's a quicker turnaround. So
that's right.
Yep.
Well, look forward to that big weekend next weekend, Coach, and enjoy this one. And congratulations on the win. And we'll talk to you down the road here.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, Matt Schaus with his thoughts on the 53-46 victory over the Carroll Chargers here tonight. As hold Carroll to 3 points in the fourth quarter and 13 overall in the second half, I should say. So, what a very happy Coach Schaus.
Yeah.
Boy, his team's working on it.
Yeah. What I just said to him, I said, we don't win that game last year. We just don't.
Yeah.
Last year we go down 10 at half, and we're going to fight a little bit, and if it doesn't work, then it's like, But they, obviously they're working. Obviously they're getting better, and again, that's regardless if Carroll's 0-4.
Yeah.
They're going to win games this year.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to be a solid win regardless. So, again, for me, I'm sure I've missed some, but 11 turnovers, that's a good number to have. If you really want to be in games, and you want to win a lot of games, I remember when I played, it was 10. We wanted to have 10 or less, and if we had more than 10, it was not good for anybody. So if they're staying around that 10 turnover mark, it's we're going to be in games. We're going to win a lot of games.
All right. So that's going to about wrap it up tonight. And we'll thank the underwriters again. We thank everybody for listening, everybody at the station that had something to do with this broadcast tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. So next action for basketball-wise, Tuesday night, the Lady Eagles host Warsaw, which should be an excellent ball game. So for everybody involved with the broadcast, and thank you to listeners, and from our broadcast partner, Matt Curry, Andrew Thompson saying so long for Columbia City High School on this Saturday night, telling you once again the final score 53-46, and it favored the Columbia City Eagles. Thanks for listening. Good night, everyone.